changes. Benny Sed's out of the side from last time. Hamish Everett's back in the team. He was injured the last time we saw him play. He's a new ruckman and a terrific footballer. Young Jackson Wadden's in the team, and he got a nomination the other week for one of the young rising stars. And out of the Diggers side today, we've got Mark Orr has returned back, the big ruckman who they got from Melton. Mark's come back in from flying in overseas at last night, so he'll be a bit on the weary side with a bit of jet lag. A few changes in jumper numbers as well, so Taylor Hines gone back to number 27. Mark Orr will be wearing number 9 today. From last week, they've lost a few players, Diggers, so Ryan Mullins out of the side. Lockie Hickey's also out of the side. Cameron Goddard-Collins is also out of the side. And Andre Hedbury, who we really thought was a sensational player for them last week, was one of their better players, has played in the seconds because he didn't train this week, so that will do it. So really important. As far as the fixtures go, really important game for Riddell today. To cement themselves in to make sure they get a finals berth. Over the next few weeks, they've got some difficult opponents. Melton Central's at Riddell, and Melton Central's can be hot and cold, and they're actually pushing Riddell for that final spot into the 5. In the next few weeks after that too, you'll find that Riddell have got Lansfield, which you probably expect them to go, but Lansfield are quite a good side. And the last round, which will be absolutely vital for both the clubs, is Romsey and Riddell and Wallen at Riddell. So that'll be really interesting. We watched Wallen last week. They were a little disappointing in the second half, but they're a bit better than that. And yeah, that was a really interesting scenario for them. So here's my partner's finally turned up. Whilst he's having a durry, we'll keep going. No, he's on the vapes, which we're not allowed to promote. That's all good. So a really important day. As usual with Diggers, the wind's here today, so it's blowing straight across the ground. Really important. It is a windy day. Last week we were very lucky and didn't get much wind, but today we've got a fairly windy game coming up our way, and it'll be hopefully blowing over to our side of the ground as my fellow commentator Gav works his way up the ladder onto the back of the truck. And I hand over the headset to him, and I've never been so glad to see you, mate. One out is always a tough gig.
Mate, apologies. I've just had work's gone ballistic, but we're here. We made it.
We've made it, true. So we'll just go through the ladders at the moment just to keep everyone interested. We've got Diggers sitting comfortably on top. They haven't lost a game this year, and it's a really big day for them. And we don't. You know, everyone says they should drop one, but you put it on the head last week. They don't need to. Wood End sitting next, 13, played 13, had 10 wins, and then it really tightens up. Wallen on 9 wins, Riddell and Romsey on 8. Riddell on 8, and then Romsey down to on 5 wins. So between them and Macedon, and even Melton Central's, that 5th spot's right up for grabs.
Yeah, I think there's a real opportunity for one of those sides to grab that. And look, Romsey put the Rams to the sword last week and built their percentage up, and I think that's probably going to be important over the next couple of weeks.
And look, problem with Romsey, they play in fits and spurts. When we see them go, they go really well. Haven't seen a lot of the Cats. I think we got them next week, so it'll be over at Romsey. So that'll be a really big game between those two sides. So whoever wins is basically going to cement themselves a finals berth.
Well, certainly put them in a really strong position too.
Yeah, and Centrals themselves, well, you know, with they can be anything on the day. I mean, they're improving out of sight. So it's really tightened up. The other 3 sides are probably going to be struggling for the other 2 sides, Lansfield and Rams. They aren't going to be able to make it. As I'll just go through, we've got a few changes today. So. For the scene, Ryan Mullen, as I said, is out. Mark Orr's back.
Okay.
Orr is back. He flew in last night, mate, so he's going to be nice and tired. Lockie Hickey was missing from last week. Cameron Goddard-Collins, because we did this game last week. Taylor Hines gone back to 27, mate, so don't start calling him as number 9 again. That is Mark Orr. There's a big difference in size. And if you shoot down, you find that Andre Hedbury is not playing. He played in the reserves.
Interesting, because I thought he was sensational last week.
That's what happens when you don't train during the
week. That's reasonable.
If you don't train, you don't play, and that's very, very fair. And he was really, really good, and he actually did very well in the reserves as well. Tip today, mate, I've gone for the Borough. They were really impressive last week.
Yeah, I think based off the back of their second half last week, it's pretty tough to go past them, especially at home. The conditions, well, they're not as good as what we started with last week, but still, I just think they play this ground pretty well.
So the exciting bit for you and I, the wind is actually blowing into our faces. So if you do hear it, that means the play's going to be this side of the ground. For 2 old fellas who get the names wrong all the time, that's really handy for us.
Yeah, it's a pretty good spot for us.
Yep. So one really big thing today is Riddell have got Hamish Everett back, the new ruckman they've got from, I forgot what league it's from actually, up around the Maryborough Ballarat way.
Right.
He's played the one game. He was really, really dominant. So it gives them a ruck contest. Really important footballer for him. First game back from injury, so he's played, I think it was about 4 weeks ago we did the Riddell game. And he's only his first game back from then. Young Jackson Wadden, Heath's boy, is playing, which is good to see a bit of father-son stuff coming in. And they've got some really important players. One big out for him is Callum Williamson out of it, so that's a big loss. And he's done an ankle, so he'll be, from what we're told, be pushing to get back into for finals.
Okay.
So it's going to be a bit of a tight squeeze for Callum.
Yeah, no, the other one's Ben Said, who's obviously a goal kicker. And let's be honest, if you're going to beat Diggers, you have to be able to make the most of half chances, and that's what Benny Said does really well.
But what they do well is Riddell is they switch. Every time we've seen them play, I've never seen a side switch a ball like it. They really are brave with their use of the foot. I mean, the wind's going to make it a bit difficult today. Our rule of fours actually goes out the bit of the window with them. Their skill set's actually not too bad. So they do move the ball very, very well. They do have a powerhouse midfield. Dylan Tarkson in the middle. Panuccio when he goes in. Sugar Sonigan, he floats between forward and back and is a really dominant player for him. And Callum's out today, but even Bryce Williamson through the middle is really, really good. Crofty, we all know the names. Hayden Ross. They've all been there a long time. They won the flag last year for a reason, and they're becoming a dangerous side at the right time of year again.
And they do. They generally, every single year, Riddell peak at this time of the year. So I'm really interested to see them because I haven't seen a lot of them this year, so I'm really interested to check out what they do today. They've got a really good, young, fast side. That's what caught Diggers out last year in the finals, was just the pace that Riddell had. So I'll be interested to see that.
Seen them a couple of times, impressed with their ball use. But we've seen them at Riddell. We haven't seen them on a tight little ground like this with a bit of wind. Every time we've seen them play over at Riddell, they just switch the ball and cut teams up, and that's how they get out, and really good defensively. They don't have a big key forward. They rely on their smalls to kick goals, but then powerhouse in the midfield. If you can stop Tarkson, who's probably the strongest midfielder we've got in the competition, you're going to go a long way to beat them today.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, as you said, they generally haven't had big powerhouse forwards over the last couple of years. It has been they get a lot of goals through their midfield, which is a real key for this side.
And both these sides play a really, really pressure game. You earn your kicks against Riddell. You always have. It's never been an easy game to get an easy kick. And Diggers last week, we watched the pressure they put on the Wallen players was just enormous. So really looking forward to this one. Yeah,
it should be a great contest, and it's an exciting one. Obviously, two of the best teams in the RDFL. We've seen a heck of a lot of both of these sides when it comes to finals, and especially grand finals over the last 10 to 15 years.
Cool. So looking at the run home, we've got a big week next week. We've got the Romsey Macedon game over at Romsey. Now that's going to be an absolute cracker, but also you guys have got the privilege of doing the women's night football. If I haven't told you, you have.
Yes, so I did hear about that. So yeah, that's up at Gilbert Gordon, I think, on Saturday night.
That'll be interesting one to see if we've got any internet, but two, if we've we haven't called the girls before, so that'll be interesting.
Yeah, I think I'll be watching some footage during the week this week.
Yeah, and some big games today too. We got the Diggers Riddell one. Macedon Centrals is going to be really interesting at Macedon. This is, as I said, we talk about last chance opportunities. It's pretty much it for one of these sides. If you lose this one, you're done for the year nearly. So
even Romsey Wood End too. It's a really big game for Romsey.
Well, we watched Romsey Wood End when they played over at Romsey. It was pouring rain, and Wood End just cut them to bits.
Yeah,
and big
they've
Timmy
been impressive.
Martin.
Wood End?
Yeah, they're only about 4 or 5 players. They've got a really strong core, but they don't have a forward line. That's the whole problem they got with them. Minji comes back, that might help him a little bit, but I'm not sure if he's back today, but they really rely on Tommy Gawthorpe's out. He's out. We had a calf muscle. We saw him last time we played. That was the Riddell Wood End game over
the old man's injury.
I can relate to that. I did one last week and still hobbling. So that's a really interesting game, that one. So the other game we got today is Rams Lansfield, and look, Rams Lansfield last time was a really, it was a little bit of blowout towards the end, but Rams are in it all day.
Yeah, competitive game, and look, they've been competitive all year. So it's I hope to see that the Rams can be competitive again. Injuries have really, really hurt them, but hopefully they're pretty competitive today.
Yep. So we're not far off the start. Players are just getting. I haven't got the umpires today. I've got some first names, but no last names for it all.
How did the burger go today, mate? Did it back it up?
The burgers here are fantastic.
Did it back it up today?
They did, and I think they put a bit of a special effort in when they see me come over, to be honest with you. Extra piece of bacon, extra piece of cheese does help the ratings. There's a really good crowd building over here. They do have their reunions on today, so you'll probably hear a bit of vocal and a bit of noise. So, really important to be able to see that. It's a bit hard to see. The truck's parked on a bit of an angle today, so we're
tough.
caught up into a corner.
We might be cuddled over here when we're trying to watch this forward pocket.
There was a very non-flattering photo of you and I going around the internet this week, and
saw that. Thanks to shout out to Grubby for being an ass
and putting it on an angle which didn't flatter either of us.
Right.
Let's be honest here. We are elite athletes.
That's exactly right. We put the work in.
Mate, we didn't have bookends like us. You wouldn't know the skinny blokes work. That's the way I look at it.
So it looks like Diggers will kick to the left of screen to kick this one off, or is it Riddell? No, Riddell to the left of screen.
Yep.
Diggers to the right. He's a big boy, Mark Orr, isn't he?
Oh, look, and he dominates the competition. But as I said, he flew in late last night, so I'm not sure how the petrol tank's going to be looking for him.
Looks like he's going to start forward, so it might be an easing into this contest.
They certainly do have the size over the Riddell Diggers.
Yeah, that's going to be the key for Riddell. They've got to make the ball hit the deck. They can't allow Diggers to dominate in the air.
So starting in the middle for Riddell is young Nath Mills, number 41. So he'll be starting in the ruck. You see Tarkston's in there as well. Tommy Alchemade's in there. And it's going to be a midfield contest because these two midfields are absolute powerhouses. And Matty Panuccio's in there as well. No, it's not. It's young Crofty. Here we go. Umpires are just going to make their way into position. Diggers, Riddell kicking to your left of your screen. The wind is blowing across the ground, virtually into our faces. And what we hope will be an absolute cracking game. Bit of an eerie quiet before this one starts off, mate.
Usually is, isn't it?
It is. Everyone's sort of
waiting for our friends to bounce the ball in the middle of the ground.
How things change. There's no push and shove and niggle and wrestling before the game, and a big game for both these clubs, particularly Riddell.
Yeah, I don't like cheap shots, but I don't mind a bit of niggle before the bounce.
It's a bit of fun. All right, here we go. Umpire throws it up to no one's advantage. Ball just hits the deck. Digger's going to try and push it forward. Picked up well in the middle by Jesse Horton. Kicks it out wide. Looking down there for Stead, and he takes the mark out at half forward. Turns around on his right boot. Kicks it into the middle of the ground. Looking for Tarkston. Goes one up. Ball hits the deck. Players just bouncing everywhere, and he's picked a free kick out, and it's actually going to go to Riddell.
Yeah, too high.
Is that Dylan getting up off the bottom of the pack? It is. So Tarkston going for the first for today.
No, it's
Panuccio. He is a good goal kicker. Aim to the right goalpost, son, and let it come back today, because it is probably about 2 goals to the left.
Yeah, I think it's definitely towards that pocket, which we saw late in the second half last week.
We call that the Wallen pocket now, because that's where they kicked it all day.
They did.
So Matty Panuccio coming in. Puts it out right. It's coming back beautifully, and that's the first one to the top Bombers. Down to Matt Panuccio. That's their first goal. So Riddell lead 1 straight to Diggers rest yet to score.
Yeah, nice start. Great work off the half-back line there from Jesse Horton. Just came straight through and straight away it puts Diggers defenders under pressure. So they move the ball quickly, as you said, and used it pretty well, and basically 3 kicks and they're having a shot on goal. They
actually play really brave footy, which is the Riddell trademark.
Yeah.
They switch. They're not afraid to come into the corridor when they need to. They play it very smart. They don't really come into the corridor between wing and half forward, as they should. All yours, mate.
Rucks will go at it again. Nobody really wins that one down. Ball will switch out. Players are just going to dive in there at the moment. It's going to be shoveled back out again towards Horton. He feeds a handball out wide. As the Bombers look to build this up again, Mark's taken again by Horton. Got the ball on the string early, out at centre wing, right in front of us. Horton called to play on, tries to take on Schwarzenberg, gets around him, left foot kick down towards half forward. It's all Diggers 4-on-1, and the one wins it. Riddell Mark, oh no, he's paid a free kick for a push in the back. The Boroughs look to set up again. Ball goes into Costigan, centre wing, comes down towards Krull at half forward. He's going to fly against Sonigan and outpoint him easily. Krull takes the mark right in front of the commentary box, goes down towards half forward. And the ball goes out of bounds. We'll have a throw in. Oh no.
Or he kicks it up and looking to a mark in deep in the forward line. Ball goes up and hit the deck. The umpire's going to pick a free kick out here, and it's going to dig Riddell. No. Yes, he's got to come back over the mark.
Yeah, apologies for that one, folks that are watching at home. We actually can't see around the scoreboard here.
I got
so
physically abused then. He was whacking me to tell me to move out the way.
Riddell free kick in the back pocket.
I'll let you keep going for a minute while I just fix up this player sheet.
Sounds like a plan. Down towards the centre wing. Big fly there from Stead. Can't take the mark. Ball hits the deck. Tarkson comes in low and hard. Picks it up. First grab, but he's wrapped up straight away by Flower. And we'll have a bounce. Half forward for the Boroughs. Commentary side of the ground. Rucks will go at it again.
Well, Davis is thrown out, but it's a quick handball out by Crofty. Looking down there for Martin. Martin on his left kicks it up, really to no one, and it's just going to bounce up. There's an opposite competition, and it's going to be run out of bounds. And we're going to throw it in right in front of the light tower and half forward flank in Riddell's attacking zone.
Just winning the ball around the stoppages at the moment, the Bombers.
So the 241s, Mills and Davis, they're going for it. Grabbed hold of him. There's got to be a free kick. He hadn't paid it, and well, that was unlucky. He wrapped their arms around him last night. They would have paid it.
I'm okay with that. Let the ruckmen do whatever they want to each other.
Oh, one around the neck this time. Oh, the umpire's letting them really go. Hand out, comes back down to Horton. Horton kicks it out, but it's picked up there by Calvaresi. Brought up high, looking down for Krull. Ball hits the deck. Bombers have got numbers. Sonigan. One way or the other. Now he's going to switch it, and that's a poor kick. They've got to make sure they get hold of this. Day's working really hard, but they've got numbers here. Comes back out down to Horton. Horton on it, kicked handballs over, and it's a nice little kick out to the wing, and it comes out to Alchemade. Handed off over to Martin. Martin kicks on down into the half-forward line. Got numbers down there is Alchemade. Brings it into the middle of the ground. Oh, it's a good high hit then. Players just popped up in the air. It's a snapshot. Up and down it goes. And punched down, picked up by the Borough. We can't see who it is here, and it's just a fair thing scrap. The umpire's picked out a free kick, and it's going to go to Riddell.
Hold the ball.
And it's going to be taken out by Lucas Shaw. Picked himself up off the bottom.
Again.
Is it Panuccio?
Yeah, Pooch again.
It is.
Yeah, really great tackle pressure there from the Riddell forwards, that just to be able to lock it in and put the Borough under pressure.
Put your money on him?
Nah. That's a tough kick from this pocket with this wing.
He's absolute certainty now.
Certainty
We've all said
now,
he's
right
going to miss it.
down.
Around he goes. On his right, pops it up.
Yeah.
And you're right. You've done it. He's
was always going to miss to the left.
And I hope one of us is keeping score, because I've forgotten to already. So we're...
Yeah, it's on the screen again.
You can take him out of Rockbank and take that smart ass out of Sunbury, that's for sure.
117 to yet to score, Diggers, as we wait for the footy to come back here. And
looks like Myers has got the job on Tarkson. He's going to have his hands full, and he's going to end up with sore. There'll be a few little niggle punches going in there, knowing the Tarkson name.
No doubt, but he was good last week, Myers, so that'll be a really, really interesting contest. Calvaresi to bring the ball back in with that left foot. It's a bit of a weapon. Plays on out of the defensive square. Goes long towards the wing, looking for a teammate. Great mark, great fly, great grab. I can't see who that is over there, so apologies. Ball goes down towards half forward, out over the back. Burrows have got the numbers crumbing at the bottom of the pack. Handball goes out towards his teammate in the middle, but Riddell are going to turn it over. Ball pops out to Miller. Miller just kicks out towards the wing, swings the ball wide. Great contest. Players go bang, ball hits the deck. It's scrappy again. That's legged, and it's going to be a free kick to the Borough.
With his on half forward, looking down for Day, and bang, that's a great hit. Right in front of the Social Club or the Unis. It's been called to play on. Comes around on his right, has a snap, and he's got the first for the Borough. That's the first one to Mitchy Day.
Yeah, we've seen him have about 5 of those in the last quarter last week.
During the week, we
couldn't hit any of them.
With all our influence on that, we said to Lobby they do some goal-kicking practice, and they probably ignored us, and he kicked the goal. So well done, Mitchy Day. That's the Borough's first.
It might have been the fact that he called play on and he didn't have time to think about it.
He is a forward. Once you make a forward think, that's the end of the game for him. Play on instinct.
Beautiful goal and great contest out on that far wing from the Boroughs, just to keep pushing the ball forward.
We would appreciate if they played on this side of the ground, though.
Yeah, it's too
far. It is a bit hard to see over there. So here we go again, the 241s, Mills and Davis. Up it goes. Hit down by Davis, paid favour. Picked up, though, off by Wadden. Kick long, good mark. Borough out of defence. kicking long to open space. Now there's a contest. Sonigan picks the ball up, just taps it in no man's land. Picked up down there by Horton and well tackled, and we're going to have a ball up here on half forward for Diggers.
Good contest. It's great to see these players are going in low. Nothing untoward there. It's just a full attack of the ball.
Sonigan, his attack on the footy then was fierce. Up it goes again. Tap down, one down by Riddell. Out to Tarkson. Tarkson out to Martin. Martin handballs over now, looking now for Alchemade. Ball bounces hard and fast for him. Ooh. Out down there to Trent Stead. Back down out to Martin, and Martin on his left foot looking for a target down there. Panuccio, and the ball's going to bounce. Not Panuccio, it was Crofty, and the ball's going to be thrown in back on half forward.
Yeah, great work around the stoppage again there from the Bombers. They really break out nicely once they see that someone's going to win the footy in close.
Thrown in. Tarkson down to Alchemade. Really good pressure both sides. Out there to Schwarzenberg, hands it off. A shocking kick and it's turned over. The big ruckman spilled it and he pops up in the air and he's kicked out in the full.
Can't put the ball Can't put the ball that high in the air with this sort of wind.
I think he was more surprised the ball came to him.
Yeah, it might have been too.
Still waiting for the ball to be returned. I think it's down there in Taylor's Lakes now. It went that far over the fence.
I think we will see a little bit of that this year. I think she's gone
the
well
umpire's called for another footy to be brought in. Now this will hurt the budget of the Diggers Rest Footy Club.
Yeah, they might want to have a supply of footies over there for today.
It's going to be a little busy pocket, or give a kid a pie to go and collect them.
Yeah, we're going to see plenty of that today, I think. So it is 117 Riddell, 1 goal to Diggers Rest. We are 9.5 minutes into this quarter.
So Taylor Hine back in his old 27, which confused us. He had the long sleeves last week.
He's tried to throw us out completely.
He just pops it up in the air, and that's not a great kick. Look down for Krell. Sonigan over the back. Hands off to Diggers. Down there by Bazanko. Just kick forward, but it's going to be all Diggers. And it's a mark down there to Tommy Evans. Evans takes off, hands off by foot, looking out there for a marking off test wide. On the mark now is Croft. Diggers with the ball. Just going to kick it long down the line. They've just been doing a bit of that. Looking down for Orr. The big ruckman takes the grab. Hands it off. Looking out down there for... We haven't got a number 1.
Nope.
Nope, there's a new one. That's another change. Thanks, clubs.
Mitch Day tries to get the handball off. Plenty of pressure down here from the Bombers. They're doing well. There's that famous Bombers number 14, Guernsey, in the back half. But it's all wrapped up and we're going to have another bounce. Lockie Tarkson donning the 14 this year.
So Dylan Hannon is number 1.
Well, are we sure it's Dylan?
No, but that's what it says in the record, so we just got to go with it.
Schwarzenberg feeds the handball backwards. Kick goes inside forward 50. Krull just playing in front of his opponent takes the mark, and he will have a shot from probably kicked just on 40.
Now he should know how to kick it from here. He's kicking. He'll have to aim for the left post because it's blowing straight across the ground. In he comes. Pops it up that high and has kicked it.
Yeah, he's a good, beautiful kick at goal, Crowley. He doesn't mind a flying shot at it. So great finish there, and that'll put the Burrows in front for the first time today. 2 straight 12. Riddell 117.
Whoops, nearly fell over then. Getting old, mate. There was nothing behind me, and I just about went over.
I was going to say, have you a few beers already? Or
there are days when a couple of beers before the game would probably make us do a better job, to be honest with you. Today might be one of them. So if the Diggers Footy Club's listening, there's a couple of thirsty commentators. We wouldn't mind a quiet one.
Yeah, bring a burger over with you. Haven't had a chance.
Good burgers today too, mate. Good burgers. Up it goes. Brought down there by Said. The umpire's going to pick the free kick up, and it's going out to the Borough. It's Calvaresi in the middle.
Got to be careful there, Lockie. Dylan.
No, he play on the edge. That's where he plays his best. Calvaresi takes off on his left foot, kicks down, looking for Dane. He's got hands in the back, dead set, pushing. He hasn't paid it. Oh, dear. It's been taken out down there by Riddell. Riddell comes out wide. Bombers have got numbers. Just a real scrap, and there's a good content. There's a free kick being paid, and it's going to Diggers, Riddell. And it's going down there too. We can't see. And into the middle and dropped what he should have taken. His Bazanko pops up high, just kicking long to no one. That's not great play. That's a great mark taken down there by Lucas Shaw.
Lucas Shaw, yeah. Left foot kick
long,
inside.
high. Sonigan. He doesn't drop him. Good mark. He plays both ends of the ground.
Yeah, it's good push by Sonigan. Just opens them up.
Comes
Pops
down,
it.
and it's a good option looking at it, but Schwarzenberg's in front and he's going to tap it through. But a quick kick on the goal line, but wasn't successful. And we're going to bring it in again.
Thomas George, just the flying karate kick on the line, trying to salvage a goal.
Yes, Caruana's got the ball for the Borough. Bring it in. He's going to play on and bring it out to this side of the ground. Pushed out and a good mark taken down there by Lockie Myers. Myers looking up for Orr. It's gone over his head, and that's a good one-handed mark taken down there by Lockie Tarkson.
Good to see Lockie back. He had a lot of injuries, and it's good to see him back out playing footy.
This is what they do really well. They play this short game and cut teams up into the middle of the ground out to Croft. Croft comes into the middle now. This is really good play by him. Bryce Williamson. Williamson hits short. Looking down there for Oscar Bazanko. Got a lot of father-sons in this side, isn't there?
They do.
Bazanko kicks long really to no one, and the ball going to go out of bounds, and we're in the forward pocket down there from Riddell's attacking end.
Yeah, number of very familiar names in this Bombers
team. It's like calling a 1990s side all over again, isn't it? Tarkson, Bazanko's. Where else we got in there? Waddens, yep.
Yeah.
Crofts, Williamsons. There's a few.
Ball comes back in again. Rucks will go at it. Tarkson in there for Riddell. Can't win it down. Ball goes front and centre. Great attack on the footy.
Straight into the point
Two
post.
players have smashed into the point post, but great attack from both players.
Right on the point post.
It was Panuccio, was the Riddell player.
He's hard as a cat's head.
He really is. Rucks will go at it again.
They need to open this up a little bit here.
Borough
need to close it up.
See if they can snare one.
That's high.
Rucks go at it. Tarkson just kicks it out of midair. It's touched on the line down there for the Boroughs and rushed through for a behind.
So Caruana, as he normally does, is going to bring it back in. There's a few leads out this way. Looking out for Schwarzenberg, and he takes the mark on half forward. Turns around, plays on. Stop, start, don't know where to go. Takes off, but he's taken them all on three, and he's been good pressure down there. Panuccio kicks long into the square, and that's a great goal, and that was all due to pressure, and that was a goal to Lucas Shaw.
Yeah, great pressure there from the Bombers. They just didn't let Schwarzenberg walk around him and get out of there.
No.
And you're going to make these. This is the beauty of really top quality, top of the ladder type teams. When you make a mistake like that, they make you pay.
You, absolutely. He's been quite. Lucas Shaw's been really effective for him today.
He has, yeah. A good start to the game, playing across half forward. He's been busy.
It's a good standard of footy considering it's a windy day and pretty. The skill set and they're hitting their targets, which is really good to see. What would you expect for first and second, or first and third? They're top sides.
Two of the best teams. The two best teams in the comp right now.
Evans got the height, brings it down. Alchemade's going to be first to the foot. He picks it up, just handballs to no one. Ball's overrun. They're all piling on top there. Caruana's working hard. Comes out down now to Alzil. We're just going to call him Taz today. We've been told to do that. Big hard tackle in the middle of the ground. We're going to have another throw up.
Who are we calling Taz?
Young Alzil.
Azil? Taz?
They just want to call him Taz, the Riddell boys said. So we're just going to call him Taz today. Up it goes. Tap down from Hamish Everett, the new ruckman, and it's a free kick being picked out here, and it's going to go to Diggers.
Yeah, too high on the tackle.
Plays on his left, looking down there for Big Orr. His hands in the back. You want to be careful there. Ball stays run out of bounds, and we're deep in defence for attack for the Borough.
Yeah, we've seen that a couple of times already from the Riddell defenders with the two hands in the back. They really do have to be careful.
So the two number 9s, Everett and Orr. Wrestling away. No one's advanced. Missed all of them. Ball hits the deck. Just thrown out. Yes, and the free kick's going to go to Riddell. And it's play on. On the left, kicking out long, looking down here for Leighton. Ball hits the deck. Just punch forward. Now there's a race. Kicked off the ground by Taz. We'll call him that all day now. Well picked up down there by Theodore. A lot of pressure on the ball carrier here. On his left foot down there is Tommy Evans. Kicks it out wide. Alchemade, another one-handed attempt. Drops the mark. Fighting hard underneath. Well picked up. A flying shot at goal to the top of the square. Krull's been manhandled and was lucky not to get the free kick. Unlucky not to get the free kick. Sonigan's working hard and really going to bring it out by hand. They want to be really careful here. Out on his right foot, who he's been put down afterwards is Taz, and there's a free kick down the ground.
Yeah, Krull very, very stiff at the top of the goal square there.
Absolutely manhandled. They've been unlucky a bit going forward. There's a couple of hands in the back and a couple of manhandles. Tarkson kicks the ball long and wide. Ball hits the deck. No one advantage, working hard, but it's going to come out from the Borough, looking out in the middle of the ground, down to Lockie Myers. Myers plays on, kicks a short kick. Oh, drops what he should have taken, the big fella. Handballs, picks it back up, comes down there to Calvaresi, and that's a good grab deep.
Jeez, he's such a beautiful user of the footy, Calvaresi. Just put that to Dylan Costigan's advantage, and really all he had to do was hold his position and keep his opponent out of it.
Got some talls down the forward line have been quite, you put Krull, Day and all. Wow, that's a big forward line.
Costigan around the body.
That was a shocking attempt. It's a mark on the line. Trying to do the AFL stuff at RDFL level. There's a little bit of a difference. Ball's kicked up high and it's well taken down there by Jesse Horton. And it's the
50.
50, yeah. No, he hasn't paid it. Yes, he has. He's calling back. A little bit undisciplined play. Oh, that's a short 50. I'm not buying real estate from this bloke. Plays on into the middle of the ground. And this is where they cut him up all the time. Williamson, Bryce version, out wide. Brought into it, looking for a marking context. Panuccio was hanging out the back. Now out here is Bovenza.
Sounds good, Baveza.
Baveza. We get it wrong every game, and I'll get it wrong today. Good attack there by the Diggers, but the ball's just popped up in the air. They were looking for a free kick. A snap over the shoulder.
Great goal. Trent Stead, I think it is.
Trent Stead, you're right. This is a cracking game.
Just a beautiful, beautiful goal. And again, Riddell just makes you pay. You undisciplined act down here in defensive 50, give away a 50. Ball goes through the middle of the ground. As you said, they cut him up, move the ball in there.
They do. That's quite a little short kick they do. I mean, Lobby's going to have a look at this because they actually causing a hell of a lot of damage by those little short ones. We're either not manning up or we're zoning off, and the zones aren't working. One of the two. Yeah,
and it was just nicely positioned there, Stead. Pressure, the Riddell pressure inside their 450's been excellent, and that's 3-2-20 to 2 straight 12 now. Riddell taking an 8-point lead at the 20-minute mark, so we're into time on, and with 5 goals for the quarter, we've probably got another 2-3 minutes left.
Evan, you can go. Off you go, boss.
Ball through the middle. Caruana wins it. Handballs over the top towards Hickey. He can't take the ball but gets in low, knocks it forward. Ball spills out again. Burroughs desperately looking for a late one. Ball's going to be popped over the top towards in the pocket. He drops another one he should have taken.
He has milked a free kick. There's a Diggers player down in the middle of the ground and he's in a lot of trouble over there.
There's a bit of Soccer World Cup going on at the moment, isn't there? Someone's been watching it.
Devin Costigan's down in the middle of the ground. He looks very sore. So, the big ruckman from Melton. And the Diggers boys, Riddell boys are letting him know something about money in Melton. Oh, he's gone now. That's a great goal he's kicked it. Well done.
Ripper.
Well done.
Yeah, beautiful kick from Orr. I mean, I think the free kick was probably a little bit,
It was well acted.
But at the end of the day, all you can do is make them count when they're there, and that's what he did, a beautiful kick from that pocket.
Well, you look through the goal kickers for Riddell, they're all the bigs. Orr, Day and Krull.
Yep, for Diggers.
Yeah. So the height is causing some problems early on for them.
Yeah, it's a solid start from both sides, really. What's that, back to 2 points now? So it's been a really, really interesting, a really good first quarter.
6-6-6 rule we've picked up.
Can't 6-6-6 it when he's coming off injured.
Yeah, that's...
The dude's injured.
No one's 100% sure what's going on here, and that makes 2 of us in the box as well.
I'm pretty sure they've given a 6-6-6 warning, but the dude's been helped off the ground injured. What's he supposed to do, stand inside the forward 50 just to... No, I don't get that.
Yeah, up it goes. The big fella, Davis taps the ball down. They've got the height advantage in the middle of the ground, but Bombers got the numbers. Push hard forward for Hayden Ross. Good mark down there for Panuccio. Kicking long and high, looking for a marking contest. Ball hits the deck. Here's a run into open goal by Thomas George. Goes around on his right foot. Hands it back out to Tarkson. Tarkson back to George. Ball hits the deck. Tarkson, oh, he's working hard underneath, but the Borough's got the numbers. Quick snap from the Bombers players. When they just drive it out with it. Just a rough kick to nowhere. Ball hits the deck in front of this. Jesse Horton just pops it up high. Looking for a snap. That's got some carry and some travel. And it's been rushed through from behind.
He's had a really impressive opening quarter, Horton.
Absolutely.
So the Boroughs are going to bring it back in through Calvarezzi. Would have been a nice, handy late goal there for the Boroughs.
Oh, yeah, would have put a Riddle Diggers for Riddle.
Yeah, for Riddle, yes. We're going to get that right at some stage today. Hey, you did it too.
I know. I do it all day.
Calvarezzi goes out towards half-back. Finds a teammate. Going to settle into the middle to Wallace. Wallace had a massive second half last week against Wallen. Plays on. Kicks down towards half forward. It's Krull versus Sonigan. Great matchup that we all get to watch. Ball comes out over the back from a Sonigan spoil.
Ooh,
he picks it up. He ducked. He ducked.
Well done, Benny Sonigan. Sugar. Sonigan kicks it long down the line. Looking for a marking contest. Tarkson, but it's taken out the back down there behind. That's a good contest, Hine and Tarkson.
Yeah.
Into the middle of the ground it goes. Oh, he's very lucky. He dropped what he should have been taken.
I reckon he got a bit of assistance from an umpire, Shepherd, too.
Absolutely. So Josh Flower looking for nowhere to go. They've really set up well here, Riddle. They've filled it right up. Out down to Theodore. Just a short little kick. There's going to be patience. Well smothered down there by Panuccio. Tarkson puts his body on the line. Ball comes out. Out this time it's down to Josh Wallace. Kicks long, and that's a great grab. Great grab by Benny McMahon. McMahon, short kick. They're just playing, they're waxing these two. Out to Josh Wallace again. And he needs to put it in the hot spot. There's not going to be a lot of time left. Yell out to him, mate. Let him know his time's running out.
Great kick.
Good kick. Oh, it's gone straight through his hands. Bombers pick it up. Just drive it along with a kick going nowhere. Two Diggers players spoil each other. Panuccio out the back. Tarkson one way then the other. Quick little handball out to Panuccio. Ball in the middle of the ground. We're all looking at Taylor Hine, who's gone down here, and this is not a good look either. And he looks very sore. Picked up down there by Thomas George. Handball out. Here he goes, an opportunity now. And oh, he's got it. That's a great goal down there by Trent Steadden. That's his second for the quarter.
Yeah, he's causing some trouble up there, but as you said, just right in front of us, in front of the commentary box, Taylor Hine's gone down.
We both took our eyes at watching him. No. Lesson learned, and if you're going to do commentary, one watch, one call.
I thought you were calling, so I just thought
I
I'd
lost
let you
interest.
go.
I've got a tension span of a bull ant, mate, let's be honest.
It looks like he's moving okay at the moment, a little bit of a limp.
So it's funny, if you look at the scores, Panuccio, Stead and Luke, all short, all the smalls are doing the damage for Riddle, and all the talls are doing the damage for Diggers.
They're just moving the ball better at the moment. Diggers is more that contested game, and Riddle wants to get it out in the open. Rux will go at it. To close off this quarter, nobody can win it. Flowers, ball bounces straight over his head as the Riddle wrapped up there in the middle, and we're going to have another bounce, a little bit of push and shove.
Bit of feeling, it's
from
called.
The two big fellas, Davis and, is it Mills? Yeah. Yep. Ball comes out, Mills gets handball. We got too high, and it's going to go to Riddle again late in the quarter. Can they sneak another one? Free kick to Lanyon.
And this is where they're causing damage, and they're switching out wide down here. Alchemade's got a paddock in front of him.
Had the ball on a string in this first quarter too.
Oh, he's been very lucky and very well shepherded by Jesse Horton. Ball hits up Stead again. Ball hits the deck. Coming down there is who we got, Brockwell, he's a really good defender for the Borough, and we're going to have a ball thrown in half forward and Riddle in attack.
Yeah, just not, Alchemade's everywhere at the moment. He's the best midfielder on the ground at this point.
I'll tell you what, I've been impressed with Jesse Horton's quarter too. It's been a ripper.
Rucks go at it again. Mills wins that one down. It's just a bit of aerial ping pong down to Hayden Ross. Short, low, hard, beautiful kick. Tarkson takes it on the lead.
They are causing some real problems with the way they're running and creating space.
It's just he's such a classy ball user, Hayden Ross.
Tarkson's such a clever footballer.
But if you're going to
believe Tarkson's the best midfielder in the competition.
Look, he could easily be up there in that discussion. And
every time we've seen him play, he just turns it on and keeps his team going forward and in the game.
He's one of those players, isn't he? He can pick a side up and carry him. Stringer-like Tarkson puts it on its way. It's close, but it is home. A big goal late in the quarter for the Bombers. Actually, that's 2 big goals late in the quarter for the Bombers as they head out to 5-3-33. The Borough 3 straight 18.
That's a 5-goal quarter, first quarter against Diggers is a ripping quarter.
And 2 in the last 3 minutes of this quarter. What are we, 27 and a half minutes? That's, I guess, I suppose with the ball going miles away, that probably dragged this quarter out a little bit longer than I expected.
I reckon we'll be another couple of minutes in still.
Possibly.
And we're right next to the siren. Last week it was just a couple of toots with an air horn out of the box, so hopefully
Did
that's
it work
not
today?
This week. I don't know. I actually didn't take any
I
notice,
didn't take any notice either. Rucks will go at it again. It's one down by Diggers this time. But it's Riddell's pressure in the midfield's been excellent so far. It's a bit of a scrap ball. Comes out to Flower. Goes down towards half forward. His Caruana falls over. And Riddell's going to turn it over. They're going to look out wide here for Lanyon again. He's in a one-on-one contest. Great
Good
contest
tackle.
of 2 players. White gets the ball out the back. Handball to Taylor Hine. Tries to go back to White. He can't find him. Riddell's going to work here. Croft's got it. He's wrapped up straight away by McMahon. Great attack again off half-back. Hine gets it to Flower again. He goes inside forward 50 deep towards Orr. He's been dragged to the ground. No, it's bouncing though towards goal and it goes through for a behind.
Gee, the Riddell defenders are playing with fire the way
There's been a few jumper stretches, hasn't there?
Gosh, how does that not picked up? Brought back in straight down the middle of the ground, over everyone's head. Ball hits the deck. None plays, there it is. A quarter time. Riddell 33, leading Diggers 19. Goal kickers for the Bombers. Matty Panuccio's got 1, Dylan Tarkson 1, Trent Stead's got 2, and Lucas Shaw's 1. And for the Boroughs, Mark Orr has got 1, Mitchy Day got 1, and Matty Kroll's got 1. Great quarter.
Yeah, really good quarter. Great finish for the Bombers there. And I will say that's sort of what we saw from Wallen last week against the Borough too, though. But the Bombers finishing the quarter off strong. They just, at the moment when the ball gets out into space, they just look like they got
the
Diggers,
leg speed.
Yeah, Diggers don't look like they can shut them down.
And that's happening. We all saw grand final last year. Is exactly what happened.
Yeah,
they just the leg speed got them. What can Diggers do to get back into it? Well, they've got to stop the pushing into position, getting these easy kicks, and doing these short little kicks around, which is actually cutting them up. So they've got to be a little bit more accountable.
They've just got to have the footy in their hands, right?
Look, they've been dead stiff going forward a few times, and we've called it. But there's probably 3 or 4 blatant free kicks being missed D4, but it's both ends too. I mean, it's hard to see a bit down that end, but to the right of screen when we're watching, both Orr, especially Orr, has been manhandled.
Krull as well, a couple of times.
And that'll get picked up, I'm sure, as the umpires walk off at half time. They might hear some comments from the Riddell Diggers faithful about protecting their big players. But, full credit to the Bombers. Gee whiz. They,
once that ball hits the deck, they're out of there.
Lightning, and they're really brave with their ball use. They're not afraid to go down the middle. And that's what and they've done this all year. Every time they play great footy, they're really, really brave with the ball use.
Jesse Horton was fantastic across halfback. Actually, despite the little holds here and there, I think their back line was really solid.
Absolutely. And Sonigan working back and forward, great marking. And he's got a big job today because he's really the only tall defender they got.
Yeah, and then when you get guys like Tommy Alchemate's got the ball on a string at the moment. He can do whatever he wants with it.
Yeah. And the 2 big 41 ruckmen, none of them are dominating. They're just hitting the deck and
it's
just doing what ruckmen do.
Two big guys that are going to knock the ball down, I think.
So, Lucas Shaw was really good for him. Crofty was he's a pain in the arse out in the footy field. Like a family name, they're hard as nails and really tough at the footy. Dylan Tarkson was Dylan Tarkson as he always is. He's just bulldozing in the middle. Manny Panuccio was really, really effective up forward too. Yeah. Sugar Sonic and the way he was going back and forward was good too. Come over the other side of the fence, so the 3 big forwards were effective, and they just was dead stiff not to get more goals. I mean, if they got those free kicks, the scores would be pretty close to even. But they're presenting and they're hitting up, so they're looking for their talls. In the middle of the ground, you look down to, Devon Costigan's could be a bit of a loss for him because he looked really, really sore when he went off the ground.
Yeah. Hopefully he can shake that off, and it was just a little knock to the midsection.
Yeah.
But Taylor Hine was good for that quarter. Gets in the way. We know that's what he does across halfback. He took a few intercept marks, going pretty well. Calvarezzi, they've just got to keep getting the footy in that bloke's hands. He's such a good user of the ball.
And we all say about midfield, who's winning the midfield battle. No one's had any actual quick clearances out of the midfield.
No.
It's been a real struggle, and it's basically who's half forward and who's midfield's prepared to work down to help the forwards out, and that's what's happening today.
Well, I'll tell you
Riddell
that
on top.
For me, the thing that stands out at the moment, the guy that Diggers miss right now is Ryan Mullen,
Yes.
who was superb in the middle last week.
Yeah. So a really good quarter of footy.
Big second quarter, though. I think the bottom end is the scoring end. So it was well done by Riddell to take advantage of it, particularly in the back half of that quarter. Really looking forward to seeing what both sides can do in this quarter. We know that...
but the ball wasn't carrying, well, apart from when they kicked out the full and landed in Taylor's Lakes. But, I mean, both sides were kicking the ball good 45 metres into the wind and what we perceived. The wind's blowing straight across the ground if there's anything to take it by the premiership flags taken off the club room. So, yeah, this quarter will be really, really interesting. Can Riddell keep it up? Reckon they can. I mean, this is a big, big game for this football club. They need a scalp.
Yeah, look, I think when you've got an undefeated side, they're always the target all year, and the Bombers will certainly be out here, and particularly where they're such a momentum footy side. We saw it last year coming into finals. They pick up a win against a side like Diggers now. It's going to give this young side, especially their young guys, a whole heap of momentum going into the finals.
So talking to a few Riddell players, people before the game, this is nearly their best side. Throw in only ones you can bring, as Benny said, would strengthen, and certainly Callum Williamson's the other one would strengthen this side. That's pretty much full strength. As we know, the Borough got a couple out, so they're not at full. They're close to full strength, but not quite there. So, really evenly matched. But all year you're going to have players with injury. You've got to carry them. So, be interested to see how they go. You got some scores for us, mate?
I do, mate. Around the grounds.
Yep.
Quarter time, I'm going to assume, in most of these games. Romsey 4-4-28 leading Woodend 2-6-18.
There's a bit of a turn up.
And Lansfield 4-6-30 leading the Rams yet to score. And Macedon Melton Centrals does not have a score yet. The game doesn't start until 3 p.m.
Okay, how come for that, mate? You
don't know
more about the RDFL than I do.
I have no idea. Maybe they had a curtain raiser. I don't know.
You know everything what happens
I
in
know,
RDFL. I'm actually disappointed you don't know.
Yeah, I don't. Yes, all I can do is apologise for not knowing why.
If in doubt, ask Gav, and if Gav doesn't know, Gav will make it up.
Yeah, that's right. It was clearly there was a curtain raiser. Might have been the girls' prelim final beforehand.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
Rucks will go at it to start this second quarter. Webber wins it down. Alchemade again wins the football. Feigns the handball, now feeds it out. Finds his teammate out there in Jackson Wadden. Goes down towards half forward. A nice kick. Stead marks. He turns onto the right boot inside 50. Tarkson just burst forward from the centre square, and he's going to line up for his second.
Well, we did say we had any clear centre clearance. There, Dylan Tarkson takes off on his right foot, kicks it up high, and he's acknowledged the crowd before anything. And he's trying to con the umpire, and I reckon he has, and that's a great goal. First blood to the Bombers for the second quarter.
Massive start to the quarter for the Bombers. Fantastic goal, fantastic finish by Tarkson. And again, it's just accountability from the Diggers midfield. They're getting caught out from these Bombers midfield at the moment, pushing forward.
And it was how easily Tommy Alchemade just walked it out of the midfield. There was actually no pressure on him.
He's got the ball on a string. He's absolutely dominating.
Great game. The 241s are going to go Mills and Davis. Umpire throws it up to no one's advantage. Mills tried to get it out, but has been just hacked forward by the Borough. Sonninger with a huge fist, pumps it forward out in the wing. Chasing down there is Wadden. Bombers with numbers. Wadden goes in again, lays a tackle. We're going to have a ball up on the half-forward line for the Borough.
Yeah, that was Caruana getting the ball out of the middle. He's really got to step up at the moment. They need a little bit of momentum from him.
Over the back. Comes down now to Jacob Hickey. Ball's kicked along the ground. Working hard there is Bazanko out wide, and we're going to have a ball up in the throw in right in the front of the Riddell coach's box.
See, that was such a smart kick out of there from Tarkson too.
Oh, yeah.
Just low towards the boundary line. Don't blaze away and turn it over.
Thrown in, nice and high. 241s. Tried to be grabbed out by Mills. Out it comes here by hand out to who is that? Stead. And that's an easy free kick, easy kick down in defence. Taken down there by Brockwell. Plays on. Takes them on. Little short kick out wide. Ball hits the deck and it's well picked up by the Bombers. Here it comes again out down through Bazanko. hands it out wide, down to Ross, who's overrun the ball, pops his head down over the footy, and I thought he nearly got a free kick
got
then.
A free. It was definitely too
and there's
high.
a free kick now, though. He's milked it out there. He has picked up a free kick. Into the middle of the ground, looking down there for Shaw, who's been really, really good for him. Tarkson leads, but Shaw's gone back, and that's nearly kickable from there today.
Yeah, I know the Burrows.
Short this time, and Tarkson's with his second lead, and that was really poor defence because he went once, went back, they've just ignored him, and Brockwell's better than that, and then let Tarkson go again. This is for his third goal and second this quarter, and he's quite capable of kicking this distance.
Yeah, disappointing defence there from the Borough again. And
Yep.
Look, Brockwell's, he's manning somebody else. Tarkson's come from the middle. The midfielders have just got to be more accountable.
Stead, Shaw, Tarkson, they're just cutting him up at the moment. Tarkson comes in, puts up very high.
That's a great kick.
And that is a great kick, and he's kicked it. That's his second for the quarter and his third for the day.
They've called a
No, they've called a point, have they? Oh, everyone was celebrating, so were we.
Yeah, I thought that was home.
Caruana kicks it out wide. Oh, good. Into the contest was Martin, but the ball's dropped. Down there, Jacob Hickey's trying to get out. Tarkson again. Handball's out over to Alchemade. Alchemade into the middle of the ground. One way, then the other. Jesse Horton, he's well tackled. Gets it onto the boot. Hard tackled. Oh, he's over-tried what he should have picked up. He tried to kick it out by Jacob Hickey. There was a big mistake. The big ruckman overruns it. Out comes Horton again. He is having the ball on the string. Popped it up high. Ball hits the deck. Comes out down to Bovavenza. I'll get it right today, and we can't see around the corner, so I'll leave it up to you, Gavin. I can't see what's going on.
Ball comes out wide as the Bombers are just going to slide in. Croft will get his kick, square it up towards half forward. Tom Evans in front takes 50. The mark. That could have been 50.
No.
But Evans takes the mark and settles things down for the Boroughs. They do need to settle things down right now. Bombers all over the top of them. They just look like the far better side at the moment. Evans swings the ball out wide, finds his teammate. In the back pocket, I think that's Tenaglia. He goes out wide to the far half back line. Again, that was White. White towards centre wing, turns the ball over. Hayden Ross handballs the ball inside. Picked up again. There's a lot of pressure there. That's holding the ball. Fantastic tackle. I think it was Bazanko who was pinged for holding the ball. And we'll have a free kick that is going to go to Caruana.
Kicks it long, a big long bomb looking for the ruckman. Sonnigan over the back with a fist. Ball runs over. We're going to have it thrown in. Inside the 50, Diggers attacking into the ground.
And once again, Diggers just far more deliberate in their ball movement. Riddell looking for more of that open space run,
They're just
run and
going
gun
down the
type
line,
stuff.
Diggers, aren't they? This is bombing.
Rucks will go at it again. One down there from the big fella Mills. It's all Bombers on the ground. Hayden Ross feeds it out, finds Horton. Horton, ball goes out wide to the wing, tries to take the man on and does well, does nicely. You're sure. Down towards half forward. It was all Burrows, but they messed it up.
Dear.
It's picked up by Croft. He squares it up into centre half forward. There's two players. This is a big, big moment for the Burrows. Well played there down at half back by Theodore. He saves it, turns the ball over. Hickey takes the mark just inside the centre square. Goes down towards half forward with a searing kick. It was a tumbler, but it's found his teammate.
Also, it was a shank, but it actually hit the target, so we'll give it to him.
I think that's Josh Wallace who's taken the mark.
Yeah.
He'll kick from right on 50.
They actually need this just to settle down a bit.
They really do. Early goal here to Riddell in this quarter from Tarkson. Could potentially have been two.
Yeah.
We don't know. The goal umpire was in a better position than us. But Wallace comes in deliberately, puts it on its way. It's going to go out to the right. It's not going to come back. Krull in the marking or in the marking contest. Can't take it. Ball's thumped over the line and have a throw in.
Well, they've been swinging to the left, and that one did nothing.
It
Just went
sat there.
straight. The joys of it all. Deep into attack for the Borough. Umpire throws it in. Or in front. Mills out the back. Ball's hit the deck. A flying snap on goal. And it's gone straight across the ground. And it's going to be a free. No, it's a point.
Yeah, Mitch Day trying the flying snap from the pocket.
No, they've got to try something. They desperately need a goal at the moment. They're all over them, the Bombers, at the minute. Short kick into the pocket out to Alchemade, who's had this on a string today. Back across the goals. And here they go. Back to Alchemade again. It's playing keepings off. This is how you get your stats up and get well paid. Alchemade just bombs it long, looking down for Sonnigan. Against Hine. Ball hits the deck, and we're going to have a throw in out on the centre wing.
Nice little contest that. 6-4-40, Riddell. Diggers 3-2-20. As we are 7.5 minutes into this second quarter.
And we do have a time clock on the screen, as you
have a
remind
time
me
clock
multiple
on
times
the
during the
screen.
day. The two big fellas, 41s, Davis and Mills. Tapped down by Davis. Looking down there for Schwarzenberg, who gets it, takes off. Showing speed. Well tackled by Alchemade. Nearly got him. Ball hits the deck, coming out down here to Calvaresi. Working hard in the middle. Down there is Hickey. Picks it up and, he's high tackle. No, the umpire's going to throw it.
Very, very sore out of that contest. Just two players in low.
Yeah, he's crouched down. I think his breeding days might be coming to an end. No, he's back up.
Rucks go at it again. One down there for the Borough by Davis. Players will just scramble in again. It's going to be ping. No, we'll have another bounce. Inside the Borough's attacking forward 50, though. They desperately need a goalie.
They just can't get a clean. The Bombers' defenders are just that tight and they're working hard down there as well. Bazanko tries and taps it down. Just no room for the Borough to work at all. Quick kick out, and that's going to be... No, not a bounced on the line. Good try, Borough players, but even we saw that one. Right in front of the light tower. Borough into the ground on the scoreboard side. 241s. Davis and Mills. Super high throw-in. Mills from in front, taps it down. Tarkson's pushed him dead square in the back, and the umpire has missed it, like he's missed a few today, but we will be positive to the umpires because I get emails from the boss, Jordan, and he'll tell me to be positive. Throw it in again. Mills and Davis. Oh, around the neck. Even we saw that one. Ball hits the deck. Oh, I've got to stop umpiring. I've got to start commentating. Ball hits the deck. Comes down out to Ross. Picks it up. Fighting hard as Mitchy Day. He's not going to give up. Working really tough. There's absolutely no room at all. And it's a free kick going down there to Sonigan by the look of it.
Yeah, holding the ball. I thought he might have been a little bit stiff.
There's Travis Martin. Kicks it out wide looking for Ross. Ross takes the mark. Just slowing it down, nice and patient. Out to Horton, who should get leather poisoning today, where he's going. Not a lot of room. They're just going to kick it down the line, looking down there for Stead. Up he goes, and that's a good grab.
He moves well, this young fella.
He does. He's not that tall, but he's great overhead. Tarkson's pushing down, and that's where it's going. Heading Dylan Tarkson's way. He's been held by one arm. Panuccio tries and gets it, and the ball just bounces out. Dead smack in front of us, in front of the scoreboard. Riddell 40, leading Diggers 20.
Ruckman will go at it again, the 241s.
Makes it easy when they do this for us.
It's nice. 41s all day.
Yep.
They'll go at it. Davis versus Mills. It's going to be Davis that'll win this one down. That's better from the Boroughs. Good build-up, but a fumble. Going to hurt them again. Ball comes out the back to McMahon. He goes around the body down towards Mitch Day. He comes storming out. Horton, what a great grab.
That is as gutsy as you've seen from a young kid. Gee, he's played well.
Horton goes in towards the middle of the ground looking for Bazanko. Finds him. Swings the ball out wide to Hayden Ross. Hayden's favourite area of the ground, getting out wide and picking these ones up. Kicks into the middle of the ground. Finds his teammate there, Lucas Shaw. Their work rate's just higher than the Boroughs at the moment. Boroughs just happy to drop off. Down towards half forward, Stead flies. Can't take the mark. McMahon feeds the football out to Tenaglia. He looks to swing the ball out wide towards Jai White. It's a contest out there again. It wasn't a great kick though. Sonigan comes through. Kicks down towards half forward. Good one-on-one contest. Players, the Diggers have got the number out there though, and they should be able to clear it.
Great tackle, a lot of pressure. Tarkson hands it out wide looking for Panuccio. Barra's got the numbers down there in through Bovenza. I'll get it right one day. Short kick into the middle of the ground by White. Ball's dropped down there by Calvaresi. Working hard in the bottom of the pack. Numbers, that's a high, hard tackle, and the umpire's going to pick a free kick out.
Oh, which way is he going?
No, he's going to Riddell free kick.
Oh.
Sonigan's out in the middle of the ground too. He's looking very, very sore. Can't
sore.
Afford to lose him.
Grabbing at the ankle.
He is too. They cannot afford to lose Ben Sonigan. Mr. Fix-It. There's players down everywhere here.
It's a bit of a war zone out there on that far wing.
It just shows how hard they're all going in for the footy. I mean, it's been a good, clean game of just guys going really hard for the ball. And Sonigan's in all sorts of strife here.
little break in the game, just as looks like Benny's pretty close to where that free kick was paid. So
I think the free kick was to Benny, wasn't it?
No, I think it was in the tackle. But
going down to Crofty, is it?
That could have gone either way because I think there was a bit of a high fend off on that one. But yeah, it does look like it's going to go to Croft. The umpire's going to hold this one up. No.
They're holding that ankle like something serious has happened to it.
Yeah, they are. The umpires are going to hold this game up for a bit. But Riddell just playing over the top of him at the moment, although this Sonigan thing is it's a real concern for them.
Ben Sonigan, he's their tall defender. He's the only tall defender they've actually got.
But he's such a key to their team at both ends.
Pushes back and forth, and this is it for the day for him.
Certainly looks that way. It doesn't look
they haven't
great.
Called for a stretcher yet. Well, there might be. It doesn't look like he's in a great deal of pain. Well, it's probably hurting like hell, but from here it doesn't look like he's in a great deal of... Actually, he's up. That's good news. And he's going to hobble off. But that'll be him for the day unless they got some magic spray. So I'm not sure who's got the free kick. Here we go. It's coming down to Crofty. Croft. Kick long, looking for a big marking target, and that's a good set of hands.
Yeah, no, they're taking it back.
Are they?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a disappointment because Tarkson looked really good then. We're all excited. Croft kicks out wide, looking down there for Panuccio, who takes the mark in front of the for Social Club, and they'll be giving him plenty of kicking advice.
It's just a serious lack of accountability at the moment for the Boroughs.
This is a completely different Diggers outfit than what we saw last week. But what we did see him is turn it on after half time, so we know they can do it. Panuccio. We trained him well at Gisborne, gave him a premiership, and we sent him back to Riddell. On his right, comes back in, he's missed it to the left. That takes Riddell to 41, leading Diggers 20. Big loss, Sonigan, if he's gone for a while.
Taylor Hine will bring the football back in for the Boroughs. Really need to try and find some sort of momentum. He goes bang, straight down the middle. Coming back, the numbers are just not there again. Comes out to Ross, goes inside to Tarkson. He turns, right foot kick inside forward 50. Diggers spoil each other again. Panuccio, he's on the ground looking dangerous, but it's Calvarezzi. He comes out of defensive 50, kicks it straight out towards 2-on-1. Again, it's going to be the Bombers' Alchemade. Ball on a string, looks inside, and he's going to find his teammate who's had a heap of it as well. He goes low and hard to half forward, and that's the difference with the ball use.
They're just lowering their eyes where Diggers are bombing. So right on the 50. Confident?
Tough kick from here. Tarkson goes long and high down towards the top of the square. Players a fly. Good spoil there from Tenaglia. He dives in on top of the ball again. Players are just going to roll in here. Tommy Evans tries to take it towards the boundary line. He can't. Wrapped up straight away down there. The Boroughs, and we're going to have another bounce.
For both sides, great pressure. Deep into attack for the Bombers. Bit of push and shove. Up it goes. Tapped out wide. Kicked along the ground. Looking for an out here. The Borough, they're just kicking along the ground. Bombers got it. Quick hands. Along the ground to no one's advantage. Just kicked up long out there, down there by Costigan.
Here's a chance.
Here's a chance. Off they go. Bowl pops up high and looking to absolutely no one.
Yeah,
Middle of the ground, Hayden Ross. Schwarzenberg comes in late, makes him earn it. Handball. This is what they've been doing all day. Just with quick ball movement. Down there to Stead. Ball hits the deck. Doesn't come down. Lawton comes in. Lanyon, kicked out, now down, picked up by Jesse Horton. Theodore. Out wide. Taylor Hine handballs off over to Calvarezzi. One way then the other. Good pressure. Taps it onto the ground. On his left foot, looking for a target, but the big ruckman's in the way, and it's a bit of an early whistle. No, he's called play on. Schwarzenberg picks it up. Into the middle of the ground. Looking down there for Day, handballs it off, looking over for Flower, who just kicks it up high, really to no one's advantage. Ball's going to run along the ground and point for the Borough.
Yeah, a little bit more impressive with that ball movement there. The Borough, they were at least hitting targets, but they've just got to capitalise on the board now as Riddell bring the ball back in. They'll look to slow this down. This is what they do really well, is they pick the tempo of the game. They realise that the Borough are getting some momentum, so they'll slow it up down towards the wing. Players will fly again. Ball feeds out. Tarkson on the burst. Kicks down towards half forward. Out over the back. They've got the numbers, the Bombers, and they're going to take another mark here. I think that's Alchemade again, is it?
He's ignored a few leads. On his left, short little kick. Looking down there for Stead, and he doesn't miss. Good hands. He's had a couple of siders, and this is an opportunity for him. Last one was for Panuccio in his pocket. If you learned anything, aim it a little bit more to the right and let it carry through.
Yeah, that wind's sort of dropped off a little bit now, hasn't it?
Right off.
It's a big kick from Stead, though. He's caused all sorts of headaches for this Borough defence.
Yeah, and all the Borough former premiership players will be giving him all sorts of advice down there. None of it we can repeat. Comes in, comes around, pops it up high. Doesn't go long enough, and the ball's just punched through for another point to the Riddell. So Riddell 42, Diggers 21. And we've played 18 minutes of this quarter. It'll go a bit longer because we had a bit of injury time with Sonigan when he went down. Calvaresi, one way then the other. He's not sure what he wants to do. Just pops it up high, looking down there for Weber.
Yeah,
really good tackles and a free kick to him.
Would have taken a bit out of him too.
There's some sore boys there today.
It's been a really, really strong physical contest. Weber
looking down, Taylor Hine, Weber down to Caruana, who's taken the mark. Mr. Reliable in defence. Taylor Hine's calling for it short. There's not a lot of movement for him. He's going to kick it down the line, looking for a big mark from the ruckman, but it comes down now to Jacob Hickey, who takes off out to Schwarzenberg. One bounce, and he can keep running here on his right, turns around, heads into goal, and that's a beauty.
Yeah, beautiful
Absolute great goal, Tommy Schwarzenberg. And that's their actual first goal for the quarter.
Yeah, and they desperately needed it, but beautiful footy there. Hickey, front and centre, gives the ball over to Schwarzenberg, and it's good to see some run and carry from the Borough. We haven't seen that.
We've only had 2 goals for the quarter. She's tightened right up.
Yeah, but just that ability to run and carry the football for Diggers is going to be really important, because at the moment Riddell's chopped them up in that standpoint.
Yeah, they're starting to just, the last couple of minutes has been all Diggers a little bit now. They're just starting to get a little bit of a roll, which should scare anyone. That's the loss of Sonigan going there, because he'd be all over a lot of these.
Diggers are one short in the middle here.
No, they're going 6-6-6 again. They're calling one up. Yep. Yeah. There's got to be a free kick now. That's a warning each, isn't it? Or you get 2?
You get 1 warning, but I think in the end they might have retracted the first warning when he was coming off
hobbling off injured. Up it goes. Tapped down there by the big fella in Davis, and there's a free kick being picked out here.
Bounce.
Another bounce. A little bit slutty up, Crofty off the bottom of the pack as usual. Ball's tapped down to really no one's advantage. Just going between these. Calvaresi tries and bulldozes his way out of there. Pile on top of it. Players just, good pressure, and I think we're going to get another throw up. We're only probably moved 4 metres closer to the Riddell goals. And it's our 3rd toss-up. Up it goes. Tapped down to looking for advantage. Diggers in there first with the numbers. Caruana's in the bottom of the pack there. And we're going to have another one. He'll pick a free kick out here, bet you. Throws it up. 2 big ruckmen, bring it out. Caruana just with a quick kick forward. Down there to Flower. Flower takes off. On his left, looking down there for Day. Ball hits the deck to no one's advantage. Oh, he runs into the Riddell player, and that would have hurt him. Day picks it up, and he's had his head ripped off. And they're trying to put it back on his shoulders. It's going to be a free kick to him. And after we saw him last week have a few shots for goal, I'm not putting any money on him.
No, he played that really well though, Mitch Day.
His second effort was worth it.
Yeah, absolutely. Once the ball hit the deck, he made sure that he stayed in the contest, and it gives him another opportunity on goal. So well played.
I've even picked the text up, mate. I'm that confident.
Look out, writing it down already. The wind has dropped off here, so inside that goalpost should be about the perfect spot for Mitch Day here. And
so if he does kick this, that means Diggers have won this quarter.
Which will be a great result for them. And as Day comes in, kick is on its way. It is home, straight over the goal umpire's hat. And the Boroughs just draw that little bit closer.
So they kicked 2 goals to 1 this quarter, and it's actually been a really tight, close quarter.
5-3-33. to...
Oh, Crofty's been put down. I reckon there's a free kick coming out of here. And
Those two were niggling a little bit.
Umpire's gone in
There
the middle
was a
of the ground.
whistle.
Yeah, there's a free kick to Riddell in the middle of the ground, and off they go. Alchemade on his left, kicks it long, looking down there for Panuccio, and he's tried to milk a free kick out of it. Ball comes out the back down to Brockwell. Brockwell kicks long and wide, and it's going to be a free kick to the Bombers.
Out on the full there from Brockwell. Riddell looking to put that pressure back on. Kick's going to go high and long inside forward 50. Players will fly. Schwarzenberg at the front, can't take the mark. Ball hits the deck. Alchemade in over the top of it. Players will jump in and wrap him up, and we'll have another bounce. Rucks go at it again. Tarkson tries to grab it out of the ruck. Doesn't get far. Webber ends up on his butt. Tarkson tries to kick it out of there quickly. Ball does end up coming out for the Burrows quickly, but they turn it straight over. Mark there for Miller. He'll look to reset and sends the Bombers back into attack towards Tarkson. Flies, can't take the mark. Ball on the ground. Panuccio buzzing about. Ball's just bobbling around in there again. We're going to have another bounce 40 out from the Bombers' goal.
Doesn't matter. Panuccio looks dangerous when he's on his bike going through a contest. Up it goes. Ball's tapped down by Tarkson. Handballed over his head. To really no one's advantage. Just kicked it out wide was Caruana to looking for an out for him, and the Bombers are going to bring it back into the middle. A flying shot at goal. And punched through again. Well done.
He does that well,
Brockwell.
Yeah, that's probably the third time he's done it today.
Yeah,
we
they've
saw
had
him do it a couple of times.
Just that 5 metres out for goal. He's up there punching it through. Brockwell at the ball. Oh, no, it's not. It's Taylor Hine. Hine kicks out wide. Looking for a marking contest. Punched forward what he should have marked. Bombers got numbers. Ball hits the deck. Hayden Ross. Here's an opportunity for him. Flying shot at goal. And has kicked it.
Baveza.
I'm glad you got it out.
Nick Baveza with the right boot around the corner. Once again, Hayden Ross just calm, cool, makes the right decisions, puts it through. There's a bit of niggle out there now, though. It's we saw Crofty hit the deck, and I know him and Mitch Day have had a few more words, and big goal there for the Bombers late in the quarter. What are we, 24 and a half minutes into the quarter? So, nice goal.
So it's evened up the quarter, evened up the game. It's been, 49 to 33 is not evening it up, but it's been, this quarter's been a lot more even.
It's been an arm wrestle, hasn't it? That's the difference between the two sides was those couple of late goals for Riddell in the first quarter.
And it's not the big forwards who are doing the damage. Mitchy Day got one, but Schwarzenberg's goal was an absolute cracker. It's the little small forwards that are causing a problem. Up it goes, tapped down. Caruana taps it along the ground. Tarkson puts an enormous amount of pressure on it. Burrow got numbers, but it's not clean. But Zanko went in head first, and that is not good, young Oscar. He's slow to get up too. If that was in a higher league with a bit more video, I think that's the holiday. There's the siren.
I'm not going to say anything there.
Well, it happens. So Riddell 49 leading DRS 33, and that was a really even contest. We'll just quickly go through the goal kickers, and we're going to have a break. For the Bombers, Manny Panuccio's got one. Tarkson's got two, one in each quarter. Trent Stead kicked two in the first quarter. Lucas Shaw's got one, and Nick Baveza. I'll get it right one day. Has got one as well. For the going over to the Burrow to Diggers Rest, Mark Orr's got one. He was quiet that quarter.
He was
Didn't
quiet,
see a lot of Mark Orr. Mitchy Day's got one in each quarter. Tommy Schwarzenberg actually kicked a ripper. That would be in the highlights reel for sure. Matty Krell's got one as well, who actually didn't see a lot of that quarter either. Yeah. So, a few interesting things. Benny Sonigan's going to be a big issue for them. They've got to try and get Benny either back on the ground with some magic spray or he's done for the day. So, we're going to take a break. We'll see you back here in about 5 or 10 minutes, and thank you. And welcome back, where we see Riddell leading 49 to Diggers 33 in what's been a really good game of footy, Gav.
Yeah, really solid game. The Bombers at the moment on top, though.
Yep.
Those late couple of goals in the first quarter really is the difference between the two sides.
Yep, and we've left it right to the last minute to come back as all players are in position. The 241s, Hayden Davis and Nath Mills for the Bombers. The two ruckmen about to go for it, and really looking forward to a good second half here. Up it goes. Tap down there by Davis. Advantage out. Then Caruana's working hard in the bottom of the pack. Out it comes. Here's an opportunity for him. One way then the other. Good tackle, and he's gone. He's dropped the hold on the ball. And that's a terrific Jesse
again.
Horton. He's had a cracking day.
He is just, he's got the ball on a string.
Yeah, he's had a good day, hasn't he? Oh, nice little kick in the middle of the ground. It's too short, though. Put him under enormous pressure. One way the other, that was Williamson, but picked up by the Borough. Poor handball back. And our man Horton again. Picks up, just bombs it long, looking for a marking contest. Panuccio dropped what he should have been taken. Taylor Hine just playing in front of him, taps it forward. Tarkson picks it up, quick snap for goal. Punched over, and there's the first score for the half.
I'm not really sure what Theodore was doing defensively then. He just let Panuccio walk straight into the footy.
And should have taken it, but it bounced off the old chest. Too many muscles, mate. Not that it's a problem you and I have ever had.
Yeah, I went to the gym once.
Yeah, it's not a place I like.
It was a
either.
mate's place called Gym.
Out wide, looking down there for Jacob Hickey. Right on the boundary line. They need to bring it back into the middle shortly. They're just going to play it safe down the line. Krull's got his hand up. He's been really quiet today, and that's where they're going. Sonigan's made a comeback. We thought he was dead.
Jesus.
Oh, he's got a little bit of a hobble.
For sure, but
it's still a good mark, though.
Good to see him back out there.
It was. He was gone as if shot. So into the middle of the ground goes to Ross. Ross comes out wide. This is where they cause all their problems. Off they go. Nice little short kick looking for a target up forward, but they've got the numbers down there in Taylor Hine.
That wind's dropped right off too. The sun's out even.
Kicks out wide. Taken down there by McMahon. Oh, kicked onto the man in the mark. There's an opportunity opening up for the Bombers here. Tarkson, he loves this situation. Back down to Panuccio. Spins around on his right foot. Kicks into the pocket looking for absolutely no one. And the ball's tapped through for another minor score.
Yeah, just those poor errors, right? You just can't afford to kick into the man.
I want to know what they've given Sonigan to get him back. He was gone. They held the game up for 5 minutes for him.
Calvarezzi will bring the ball back in. Goes to the far side of the ground. Bring the wind back because now the ball's out there all the time. Big mark by the Bombers, Ruckman Mills. He squares it up. Burrows have got a lot of numbers behind the footy here. Wallace takes the mark.
Kicks it like a ruckman too.
He's going to play on. That's better wind. And they've kicked into the man on the mark again. Tarkson with the smother. Recovers. Kicks to the top of the square. What a fantastic kick.
Gee, that was great. Dylan Tarkson, applaud you for that one. Great smother. Picked it up and didn't have a shot blazed away. Just put it to the hot spot and gave him the opportunity.
Teammate in the goal square by himself. But again, it's just a really, really poor error from the Burrows coming out of defensive 50. Kick into the man on the mark. It's not ideal. As we come in, can't see who it is at the moment.
It's like Croft.
And I think you might be right. I think it is Croft. But he's put it through. And a big opening goal of the quarter there for the Bombers, as Dylan Tarkson basically did all himself there to set that one up.
We've given it to Crofty?
Yeah, Crofty. Crofty it is. Really, really nice start to the quarter, though, for the Bombers. Great goal.
And unselfish football.
Yeah.
Yeah, really good play.
But just the work rate, right? Like
Jesse Horton again.
Yeah, he's
been just fantastic. Killing them. BOG so far for me today.
Just that work rate from Tarkson, though, to smother, recover, get the ball in there. When your best players are putting that sort of work in, it lifts everybody else.
Absolutely.
Rucks will go at it again. Nobody actually ended up with the footy. Hayden Ross feeds the ball out wide. Players are going to dive in on top. We'll have another stoppage here. We have quite a number of secondary stoppages today.
Umpires are getting well paid for throwing the ball up today. Here we go again. Davis wrestles, taps down. Just another tied tight contest, and we have another throw up. Up it goes again quickly, 241s. Wrestling, kicked up for the ground by Davis, but the Bombers have got the numbers. Kicked up high, left. Good grab out wide. Plays on. That was Travis Martin. Kicks it out wide. Looking down there for Shaw. Pops it in the middle of the ground. There's a great tackle. Good pressure. Gee, the forwards, they are working incredibly hard on the little 1%ers, the Bombers.
Yeah, they're just locking it in, aren't they?
They are. Tarks is going up against the ruck. Tapped down by Davis. They had the size. The opportunity now, ball's kicked off the ground, and we're going to have a throw in right into near the point post.
Went through for a point.
Went for a point. Yeah, better eyes than I got, mate.
Only because I watched the umpire. That was the only reason.
I thought that would have missed. Off they go. Hine kicks out wide. There's all Bombers. He's pushed out. Nearly a free kick there, but the ball's been taken out wide by the Borough. Little short kick. Popped out and punched out wide right in front of the coach's box, and if they're going to bomb like that all day, they're going to be in some trouble.
Yeah, it was just a poor decision from Jai White. He could have held the ball, and he effectively kicked to a 2-on-1.
The two big 41s. And By throws it in right in front of the Riddell's coach's box. Tapped down by Davis to no one's advantage. A lot of pressure, and we're going to have another throw in.
Yeah, they're trying to turn it into a stoppage game here.
They do need to sort of slow them up a little bit, the Borough. Back up it goes. Two ruckmen wrestling for it. Davis taps it down front. Quick kick out of the pack by Diggers. Up high, Sonigan again. Gee, good hands for a guy on one leg. Pops it out wide to really no one's advantage. The ball bounces over the head of Martin, but it's Schwarzenberg with the speed. One way or the other, the ball doesn't sit up for him. Out it comes out to Alchemade. Alchemade does a mongrel little kick wide, and it comes back out to Martin. Martin takes off. Now's an opportunity coming in through Hayden Ross. One bounce. That was a real risky bounce to do. Ball hits the deck out to Tarkston. Ball hits the deck. Snap over the shoulder. Here's an opportunity. Great goal. No. Oh, well, I'll be buggered. Well, I'm quitting.
They tried to sell the umpire.
He did, so I thought he had it. Hine takes off out of defence into the middle of the out, looking for Evans. Kicks out to Calvaresi. Ball hits the deck ground, and there's a good mark out wide. They're just rushing out of defence. There's really no system to it for them at the Borough at the moment. Just kicking long down the line. Sonigan's there again. He's been pushed out. And the ball hits the deck, and it's going to be thrown in again, right on the interchange Stewart's area.
Yeah, it's just exactly what you said. It's all stop-start footy for the Borough at the moment.
They've got no run going.
And we've seen them kick goals when they do create the run, and it's just not happening at the moment.
They lowered their eyes last week, and they were really effective.
Rucks will go at it again. The 241s, they're just wrestling each other now. Just let them go at it. Ball comes out. Wallace gets the ball down towards half forward. The bounce doesn't suit Sonigan. Picked up here by Hickey. He's wrapped up straight away, though, right on the 50. We'll have another bounce 50 out from the Borough goal.
Gee, Ben Sonigan, doesn't he look sore?
He does.
But he's been effective. Boy, tough kid.
Rucks will go at it again. Nobody hits it down as they just wrestle.
Oh,
Orr's got the ball. He's wrapped up straight away from the big fella, Mills. Then we'll have another bounce.
Gee, Orr and Crowell, they haven't really given much today, have they?
Been pretty quiet after that first quarter. Orr wins that one down. It goes straight down. Oh, the Bombers are going to win this one out. Goes out towards half forward. The sun is directly in our eyes now as all the players just dive in again. It's going to be wrapped up, and this has been the story of this quarter. It's a rugby match.
Yeah, they're just trying to slow it down here. I mean, as soon as they get it out wide, the Bombers run hard. The two ruckmen go down, tap down in the vent by Davis, and it's just once again, it's just another scrap. Players are trying to get it out. Here's an opportunity. Missed kick out, and it's kicked up along the ground. That Orr goes straight over his back. Schwarzenberg overruns the ball. Bombers pick it up out through Martin. Out it comes wide now, down looking for Bryce Williamson. He's got the ball. Pushing out wide. Now here's an opportunity. This is where they cause all their problems. That good grab. Good grab out there to Hayden Ross. Ross takes off. He's looking out for Sonigan, who's making space. Waited for him. Feeds it over. Sonigan takes off. Stops, starts. Got no left foot. just drags the left foot. Horrible kick along the ground. Trent Stead works hard with the ball in front of him and taps it out. And we're going to have a throw in on centre wing.
Good result in the end for the Bombers there. I'm not sure I'd be giving the ball to. I'm not sure if I'm Benny Sonigan, I would be running off for the ball at the moment.
No, not with his left foot too, and he hasn't got one. But hey.
Burrows have thrown Brockwell forward here. This will be interesting. Let's see if they can mix it up a little bit because they haven't been able to get the ball forward. Flower comes out of the stoppage, kicks down towards half forward in this Brockwell contest. He does well, gets a fist to it. Well done by Hickey, front and centre again. Oh, he's been taken high. There's a couple of high ones in these
wasn't
little
vicious,
stoppages.
though. It was just two blokes going for the footy.
Yeah, I don't think there was any malice in
Jesse
it.
Horton, he did nothing out of the group, but
Just got him high.
yeah, Hickey, about 55 out. Just puts it up the hot spot looking for Day, but the Bombers got numbers in front.
Such a poor kick, though. It's a 2-on-1, and he saw it ahead of him.
Reardon's got the ball for deep in defence. Kicks it out wide. Good grab right out in front of the social club. Getting plenty of advice from all the Diggers past players out there. Jackson Wadden kicks it long down the line. Bombers front and square, and that's Croft. Man, he's thrown it. Or is he? Yeah, or fended off high. Take your pick.
Definitely through it. Theodore will take the kick. He'll go down towards half forward. 2-on-1 again for Mark Orr. And the ball's just thumped over the line by Lockie Tarkson, who gets stuck into him. He's having a bit of a word at the moment. There's a little bit going on. Little bit going on. Orr's going to give away a free for the high contacts. Just stupid, really.
I don't know why they haven't put Orr in the ruck today. They've left him just deep forward, and he's brought to the club as a key ruckman. I know he's just got off a plane, but you've got to, I mean, you're down, you've got to put him in.
Let's be honest, the ruck contest today's been nothing special.
It's one of them. If all went in and started to dominate the centre, it gives them a chance for clearance and gives them an opportunity.
I agree 100%. Free kick to the Bombers off half-back as Orr turns the footy over. Kick's going to go down towards half forward. Pack of players will form. Ball goes out over the back, and they've got all the numbers. Goes inside to Ross. Ross on the run. Inside 50. Kick is on its way, and he's just missed to the right.
Good play. Good quick play too. Out they come looking for Schwarzenberg. Bombers have got numbers, but good hands by young Schwarzenberg. Takes off. A shocking kick forward. Looking down there for Brockwell. Picks it up, hands it back over. Not a good one. Sonigan taps over, steals the ball on his left, pops it up high, looking in the middle of the ground out for Hayden Ross. Pops it up, and that's a really good mark and good play and a good turnover just from a skill error from the Borough.
Yeah, and we've seen it all day, right? When the Boroughs are making skill errors coming out of this back half, the Bombers are able to turn it over and really hurt them on the scoreboard.
So Oscar Bazanko.
Didn't his old man love a goal?
Was that Bomber or was he Bowser's?
Oh, that's a good question.
If it was Bomber's boy, he's a goal kicker. If
he's got the 7 on.
Oh, he boy, yeah. In he comes. Hangs it out right and brings it back, and that's a great goal.
He loves a goal too.
It's in
nice little celebration there.
That's the second goal for the quarter for the Bombers. One to Bazanko and one to Nathan Croft. So the small guys are doing the damage for him. And you can see that they're just cutting them up. Speed, run.
Yep, and particularly with those skill errors. As soon as they make the skill error, Riddell just absolutely chopping them apart.
Yeah, a couple of scores there, mate.
Yeah, so we've got Woodend and Romsey are tied at the moment, 9-6-60 apiece. Lansfield 9-11 leading the Rams yet to score, and Macedon 3-3. Mountain Central's 2-2.
Up it goes. Stead versus Davis. Ball hits the deck, and as usual, pretty much all day, it hasn't been any clearances out of the middle, just hard work. We're going to have another throw up.
And this is what you were talking about with Orr, right? That Diggers have just got to do something different.
Yeah, Davis tried to smack it out, but missed it. Down the bottom of the pack is Caruana, as normal on the bottom of the pack, and he's going to be the last one up. We're going to have another throw up. Up we go again. Pushed out Hamish Everett, who's been really quiet for him today. Hasn't done a lot. Now that Schwarzenberg's on the bottom of the pack, and he's got a free kick. Pushing out wide. Here's an opportunity for him, but it's not a great kick. He's going to have to get a good bounce, pick it up, or he's going to let it run out of bounds, and they've carried him out. That wasn't great play. That was a pretty poor disposal too. So Benny McMahon should have went a little bit harder there.
Got caught under the fence a little bit there.
Thomas George.
Got the headband on.
That was poor by Schwarzenberg then. He should have gone, or probably draw. They should have made a bit of effort. Good tap forward. Tap down to Jacob Hickey. Ball along the ground. Bombers trying to get it out through Bazanko, through Croft, who's on the bottom of the pack. Down is Tommy Evans.
They're not taking any risk diggers at the moment.
No, it's very safe footy, and this is not what we saw last week, that's for sure. Ruck contests again. Big ruckman down there in Everett, tapped it down. There was a free kick being picked. No, he was unlucky then. He was out, Hickey. Going to throw it up again.
Umpire blindsided there, that's fine.
Yeah.
Ruck's
Tap forward.
Smashed forward. As the Burrows have got the numbers there. I think that's White. Feeds it out towards Schwarzenberg. It's going to roll out of bounds. And we'll have a throw in. The boys are going to have a chat out here near the boundary.
Discuss what they're doing tonight.
Yeah, just work out who's going to buy who a beer after the game.
Croft is in there somewhere, I'm sure. There he is, yep.
Rucks go at it again. McMahon, he's been taken high, but blindsided again. Out towards Evans. He's been taken out knees.
Yeah, there was nothing nasty. He just head down over the footy. I know they're not going to like this.
This has just been going on though.
Croft.
It's been brewing this little bit here, and
it was one standing up to get into the ball, and then the other one was going down low.
Yeah, and he just ran into his legs, but you've got a duty of care as the defender not to.
Not sure what he could have done though.
Could have moved.
Yeah, well, very good point actually. If you move sideways, you're going to get dragged off for not having going hard at the footy.
Evans plays on. Left foot kick towards centre half forward. It's going to go over the back again. It's all Bombers on the ground. Tarkson, the Lockie variety, gets the kick out towards his brother out here, Dylan. He leads in the race out here against, I think that's Wilson for the Burrows.
Oh, what's the umpire said? He's paid deliberate, has he?
Okay.
No.
Did he pay deliberate?
He did.
It's an interesting one. Play on, says the umpire.
Oh, great.
Can't get around Tarkson. It's going to force another turnover here for the Burrows, though, as the Bombers' pressure has been relentless. Ball feeds out wide. Plays that's too high. It's going to be a free kick to the Bombers.
God, he goes hard, Dylan Tarkson, doesn't he? Well, it's in the name.
A little bit of niggle again. Dylan's going to take the free kick and put the Bombers forward again. Loads up from the centre wing.
Oh, yeah.
Kicks long and high inside forward 50. Everyone flies. Hine can't take the mark. Ball on the ground. Flowers gets the kick out towards half back. Tarkson's going to be in the play again. His pressure is forcing that turnover, although he's been pinged for holding the man this time. And the Borough are going to get a free kick.
Down there having a discussion and a bit of a wrestle. And Tarkson will get off the bottom of the pack. Just kicking, playing safe footy, just trying to down the line to no one's advantage. Ball hits the deck. Quick hands out. Over the back. Bombers out through Ridden. Ball hits the deck down here, down to Hamish Everett, I think it was. And the ball, no, it wasn't. It was young Croft.
Just been having a look around. We were talking about Krull before. I haven't seen him for a while. I think he might be out of the game here.
You're right. He has just disappeared off the face of the earth, hasn't he? Umpire throws it in.
Oh, no, there he is. He's in the ruck. Well,
yeah.
At least they're trying something different, I guess.
He hasn't done a lot.
Giving away a free.
Yeah, down to the big ruckman in Hamish Everett.
Also hasn't had a huge impact on the game, Everett.
It's his first game back after probably 5 weeks out, so it's been a while for him. It's a shocking-looking kick, but it's not a bad.
I'll tell you what, it's a beauty.
He's got hold of it.
It's a beauty.
Oh, gosh. Well, I honestly don't think he meant that.
The kicking style was ugly, but I'll tell you what, 10 points for efficiency. It has just travelled through
that
beautifully.
Might be his first goal for the club.
Yeah, well, they're getting around him, so well done.
Good on him.
Well done, big fella. Just absolute. Well, I'll tell you what, it was an awkward-looking kicking style, but geez, it went a long way.
That was a shocking-looking kick, but it went the distance.
He's up and about too. The chest is puffed out.
Oh, he's been out for a while.
Very pleased.
Yeah, and for a new club and that, and straight back in the ones, there's no pressure on him.
Gone to centre half forward, and he's just look at it.
He's a big boy.
He is a big boy.
Once again, I mean, they haven't used him in the ruck today. I know they're trying to protect him and just feed him back into it, which is probably not a bad ploy. But then again, Orr's been away too, so they're trying the same for down that end as well.
Krull is going to go up in the ruck. Can't win the hit out. It's that young fellow Stead's doing a little bit of everything at the moment. Now he's in the ruck or dived on top. That's a free kick.
There's a bit of niggle now.
It's every single time we have a stoppage, there's a bit of niggle now.
There's a few sore boys. He's slow to get up too.
Yeah, well, Crofty didn't mind introducing him to the turf in the middle of
I can't imagine a Croft doing that.
Bloomfield Oval.
No, really?
Flowers it is getting up off the bottom. He's got the free kick.
There's 3 goals to none this quarter. It's a really good quarter for the Bombers.
And it looks like Flowers going to leave the ground. He's struggling a little bit, so the free kick will go to Krull. Off to Calvarezzi. That left foot down towards half forward, looking for a teammate, and he's turned it over as well. Yeah. When he's turning the footy over, you know you're in trouble as
Jesse Horton again.
Chops it off. Just pops a little one over the top, finds his teammate out there on the wing.
Jackson Wadden. Wadden with the ball, brings it in the middle. Back to it. Jesse Horton again. Oh, well stolen. Here we go, an opportunity. Quick at defence, but he just kicked it straight down to Sonigan. And that's not great play.
It's a terrible
Sonigan
kick.
Comes out wide, looking down for Alchemade, who's got plenty of the football. He takes off. Schwarzenberg's after him, kicking long down, and that's a great hit and good kick too. Bryce Williamson. Williamson kicks in the middle, looking for Tarkson. No, that's Hayden Ross. Hayden Ross kicks it down to the big ruckman who hands it off. Alchemade again. He's got an opportunity to kick long and high, and that's just a bomb, and that's a well defended too. Great play on the last line defence by the Borough.
Yeah, great effort by Theodore, pushing back hard to get a hand on that one. But again, it's just the drop-off. Alchemade got that ball in the back pocket.
She's up to 40 points the difference now, so it's a fair gap.
He just continued to run, and nobody went with him.
He probably should have taken a bounce if they were talking to him.
He had plenty of time, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, 40 points. It's been pretty comprehensive here from the Bombers. They needed to take advantage in this quarter, and they have. Oh. Kick comes out towards Schwarzenberg. I don't think he was even bothering.
No.
Quick kick inside 50 from Ross, but it's going to be cut off. No touch, said the umpire. Handball comes out to Ross again, around the body. Kick towards the top of the square. It's the Boroughs who have the numbers. They're going to clear out towards far wing. Good marking contest. That's a great effort, Jai White. Great mark.
White's our far wing. A few players in the middle calling. Just pops it up high. Alchemade again. Takes a grab. Ooh. Oh, he's paid a free kick against him. What was that for? That could be 50. No.
I think he paid the mark to the man in front.
Kicks out wide, looking for Orr, but it's to no one's advantage. Day, he's there. Pops out through the middle through Reardon. Just one way out into the middle of his back. The umpire said touch, play on. No, everyone stopped waiting for it. Handball into the middle of the ground. Down there looking for Evans. Evans one way then the other. Handball's out over to Calvarezzi on his left foot, looking out wide for a marking option. It's just straight to two Bombers, and they spoiled each other. A quick kick in the middle, and that's Orr who's taken the mark for the Borough.
It's the first real big mistake from the Bombers defenders today, where they've run into each other, and Diggers have got a chance.
Both had eyes for footy, so if the coach you're not too bothered about, yes, the communications could have been better.
Yeah, it's something you can take from it.
Or is to say the Borough need this goal is a graphic understatement. In he comes, one way then the other, pops it up high in the awkward-looking kicking style. He's missed out to the right. So it's 39 points of difference now.
Yeah,
and I'd say the fat lady is warming up, singing a little bit loud in the back room, about to make her performance.
Bombers are going to bring it back in. Kick comes out towards half-back. Easy mark here for Lanyon. He plays on quickly out towards Lucas Shaw on the wing. Takes the mark. Front of his opponent. Trying to take a bit of sting out of the game here. Hayden Ross has worked hard to position. Shaw just pops it over the top. Great kick towards Stead. Stead only goes with one hand, interestingly. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. Throw in.
It's a short game. They look like they've just lost interest, Diggers, at the moment.
Yeah, they just don't seem to be overly engaged in the game.
Throw in. Big ruckman taps it forward, and that's Mills. But it's kicked forward, and it's down to his counterpart, Hayden Davis, who spills it. Quick hands out down to Wallace, pops along the ground, but the Bombers have got the numbers. Quick hand out down there now, looking for Lanyon. On his right foot, kicks it long, looking for the... Oh, he's tried to work him underneath. There's the big ruckman down there in Davis. Pops it in Mills. Brings it out wide. Looking down here for Shaw. On his left foot to the middle of the ground. Oh, the Borough and the two of them nearly spoiled each other. Now they're playing off with a bit of brave. Out wide. Pushing out hard. Looking down there for White. Takes the mark. Kicks long, looking for a marking contest. Sonigan's wrestling in front. Down there is George for the Bombers. Brings the ball to the middle, but it's going to be a turnover. Here's an opportunity, and right on the siren. So three-quarter time, Diggers 73, 39 points up on Riddell 73, 39 points up on Diggers, 34. Goal kickers for that quarter, well, 3 goals to the Bombers and none to the Diggers. Oscar Pazanko's got 1 for that quarter, Hamish Everett got 1, and the other goal kicker for the quarter was Nathan Croft.
Yeah, it was. They dominated the quarter, the Bombers.
They did. And
plain and simple.
And they have the sparks gone out of the Borough today. They look incredibly flat.
Yeah, they've been sucked in a little bit to this game. They've allowed the Bombers to play it on their terms.
I want to know what they gave Benny Sonigan to get him back, because he was Benny, I thought they called an ambulance for him. He was that shot. He
still looks very, very sore, but good on him for coming back on and having a go.
Whatever Riddell have got in their go-go juice is good stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. So it is what Diggers Rest 5-4-34, trailing Riddell 73. What's the goals and points?
I don't know. Make it up.
Yeah. Well, we've
done it for the rest of the day. May as well continue on.
Let's go 11-7, 73. We'll go with that. Something like that. But yeah, pretty solid performance here from the Bombers.
What this does is says for finals, watch out for the Bombers.
Oh, absolutely it does, and we spoke about it before the game. This is where they hit their peak. This time of yeir,
they're nearly
going
at full
into
strength,
finals.
and their running power. If they get a dry day out on that big ground over at Romsey Park, watch out.
Yeah, their best footy is in the open. Their best footy is when they can run it. We've seen it today. Yeah. They've picked the Boroughs apart with that.
Well, every game you've seen them play, that's what they do. They actually pick you apart. They did it against Mass. They just switched the ball. Masson just stood there dumbfounded.
Yeah.
And then they did it to Woodend, and it wasn't a great day. And Woodend have got some of the best on-ballers in the competition, and they just cut them up to bits with just by switching the ball, and they've been doing it all day today. So
it is a 40-point lead.
It is a 40-point lead. But Diggers themselves, they can do that as well. But today they're just switched off. They're just they're not the Diggers we know.
They have been a bit flat today, and look, you can be excused of that. Long season. They get into this time of the year. They've already switched to finals mode. Their thoughts are on what they do come finals. Problem is, this can always be dangerous because all of a sudden your opposition gets a sniff of how they can beat you.
Let's be honest. I mean, Riddell have had the wood over the Borough for
long
ages.
time. Yeah,
and once again today, and it's all this game's played 90% above the years. They've got them all covered at the moment, and they're just been brave with their footy use. And let's be honest, there's been no midfield dominance at all. So we're just going to take a break for a couple of minutes, and we'll talk to you back just before we start the last quarter. Welcome back, where Diggers Riddell lead by 40 points here at three-quarter time in a rather comprehensive lead over the Borough at the moment. Gav?
Is it wrong if, as a commentator, I cheer for like a Diggers run here just so that we get an interesting last quarter?
Up it goes. Krell's in the ruck. Tapped down there by Mills. Hand out by Tarkson as usual. Kicked off the ground down to advantage. Opportunity. Schwarzenberg's running towards the footy. Picks it up. Plays it in front of him. On his left. Ball's well smothered. Comes back down to Davis, who's picked up the big ruckman. But it's going to be cleared out by the Bombers, and it comes out down to Travis Martin. Takes off. One bounce. Looks into the middle of the ground for a short option. Pops it up high. Puts Bazanko under enormous amount of pressure. Backs it up again. Great play, Travis Martin. Well tackled. And we're going to have a throw up right in the middle here, right in front of us here.
He's spent half the day out here by himself, Travis Martin.
He has. He's done a good job.
Rucks will go at it again. Krell almost wins this one. Mills gets a bit of it. There's Caruana. He's been very quiet today. Gets it down towards half forward. Schwarzenberg in the marking contest. Wallace front and centre. Round the body down towards Orr. And Lockie Tarkson. He's done a fantastic job on the big fella today. Belts it over the boundary line and another throw in.
This is... I know he's just come off a flight, but it's a bit of a disappointing day for Orr today.
Yeah, he hasn't had much of an impact.
We'll give him. He hasn't trained for 4 or 5 weeks. He's been overseas on the Terp, so he's probably recovering still. Reardon pops the ball down for the Bombers. Players just all pile on top of it. We're going to have another throw up.
Yeah, we just haven't seen any clear avenues to goal for the Boroughs today, though, have we?
Not at all. Punch forward. Oh, you go.
You go. Rucks go at it again. Ball pops out the back. It's going to be Tarkson who clears it out towards Martin. He's in a one-on-one with White. White wins that contest, throws it out, and it's going to be a free kick against Jai White. And it will go to the Bombers once again.
Schwarzenberg's been earning every touch he gets at the moment.
And the man, Dylan Tarkson, again, is the one who laid that tackle to win the free kick. He's just been everywhere, hasn't he? He hasn't stopped all day. He's tackle pressure, smothering, just everything. He's done a little bit of everything today. Down towards the wing players. Fly, big punch from Cicero at the back. Ball pops out again. Cicero just wraps up his Riddell opponent, Lucas Shaw. We're going to have another bounce.
Halfway between the boundary and centre wing, umpire's going to throw it up. To Ruckman, go for it. Krell tries and throws him out of the way. No success. Ross just handballs out in the middle of nowhere. Picking it up, Day. Randy goes, what's he doing up this high up the ground? They've moved him up for a bit of an attack. Comes down out, looking out for Wilson. Into the middle of the ground, looking for Hickey. Hickey just kicks long to the hot spot, looking for Orr, but it's well done, Sonic. But they've picked out a free kick by shepherding him out.
Yeah, a bit of a hold out the back there from Lockie Tarkson.
They have been playing a bit of a risky game in defence, the Bombers, and got away with it all day.
Yeah, that's the one, though.
Picked up.
When he gets in a one-on-one, Lockie Tarkson, that's where he sort of grabs and starts holding, and they finally picked it up. Mark Orr, in he comes, puts it over the umpire's hat. That's his second for the day.
Yep.
And the Boroughs kicked the first one back to 34 points for the quarter, so nice one for the Boroughs to get it going, and hopefully we'll get a little bit of momentum from them here.
Are you suggesting they're going to come back and win the game?
Well, look, I'm not. I'm suggesting that I want them to kick a couple because it'll be fun.
We haven't had a close one for a while, actually.
You know, just make everyone a little bit nervous in the last 5 minutes or so.
But you don't blame Lockie Tarkson trying to grab and block and that, because there's a huge size difference, and Orr's a big player. And, you know, he's here as a key ruckman, and he's played forward for him all day.
And that's probably one of the better kicks that have gone into Orr today, to be honest.
Well, good to see how Mitchy Day's fuel tank is. He's put in the middle of the ground now. We're going to make him run a quarter out on the ball.
Yeah, well, he hasn't had much of an impact up forward either, so probably not a bad thing at the moment. Rucks go at it again. Krell grabs it out, kicks over the top towards Schwarzenberg. Read that better. Gets on the right boot. Top of the square. It's a one-on-one body contest again. Lockie Tarkson does beautifully. Outmarks Orr right on the last line of defence.
Just held his ground and worked him under. Tarkson looking where it's somewhere short to go. Williamson in the middle and gave him the option, and Williamson takes the mark. And umpire's called play on. It wasn't 15. And that'll upset the Bombers.
Geez, I've seen some ones that haven't been 15 that get paid marks. That one probably right on it.
Up goes. Or just tries and takes it, snaps it out, and we've got it behind. He's kicked it behind.
Yeah, the old grab and snap out of the ruck.
Well, they've got to try something, mate, because they're in a world of pain at the moment.
Just a little bit of momentum. Goal like that can give you a little bit of momentum. Ball comes in.
Out to Riddell.
Bombers will look to build again towards Bazanko. It goes over his head. Ball hits the deck. There's that Tarkson tackle again. He doesn't miss many, does he? And he's been pinged holding the ball, and Dylan Tarkson will get another free.
It's his 1% as he does, which just make all the difference to this side. Tarkson kicks it out wide, looking down for Josh Lanyon, who's been out here on his own all day. There's not a lot of options. You're going to have to go in the middle because no one's working hard out to the flanks here. Brings it into the middle of the ground. Looking for Bazanko. The ball bounces in front of him, taps it forward. Good pressure down there. And the umpire's going to throw it in right on the end of the cricket pitch. That was Jesse Horton, as usual. At the bottom of the pack, up it goes again. Krull works them underneath. Day's in there, out down to Hickey. Just puts it on the foot, looking long, looking for Orr. Where are the Crummers? Schwarzenberg over his shoulder has a shot, but a Sonigan's down there in defence and takes a good mark down low. Plays on. Kicking out wide, looking down here for Lanyon. Takes the mark and he's off. One bounce. Keep going, son. On his right foot. Looks it out wide. Good hit too. Out to the big ruckman. Mills. Hands it off. Kicks long looking for Tarkson. The ball's punched out by Mitch Day. And we're going to have a throw in right in front of us.
First time a Diggers Rest midfielder has actually been accountable for Tarkson going forward.
You can tell Lobby that.
You'll probably listen to it. Then Mitch Day will end up in the middle all the time. Rucks go at it again. Krull wins it down. Nice little tap to Hickey, who sharked it well. Truss shovels a kick for. Oh, he's come storming through there.
A free kick.
That could have been really bad. But the free kick is going to go to Jackson Wadden. He just pops the ball over the top, looking for a teammate. I'm not sure where the teammate was, but
he's looking for Crofty, I think, and Crofty's got him well tackled and just unlucky then, because when Crofty grabs you, you don't get out of those.
We've seen that a lot from the Riddell boys today. They don't let go of many tackles, do they?
No.
Rucks go at it again. Krull wins that one down. Comes out the back, picked up by White. He tries to get the kick, but kicks straight into the man on the mark. Players doesn't go very far, but McMahon goes with the barrel inside forward 50. Orr leads out with the ball. Handball to Schwarzenberg. Goes around the body on the left boot and misses to the right-hand side.
Well, they are on top this quarter, but they've left it a long way. Got a long way to come back. They got all their A-graders in the midfield. They had to. Actually, Crowley's been going quite well in the ruck.
He has.
Gives them an option. Sonigan comes back, going back into the middle. Bit of keepings off. Looking out wide. Ross is waving frantically to try and get the ball. Heading back out down here now towards Jesse Horton, who takes the mark. He's got leather poisoning, this kid today. He's been brilliant.
Hates the football, doesn't he?
Kicks it short out to Ross.
There's not much of him, but geez, he's been impressive.
Tarkson's just standing there waving. Mitchy Day's giving him about 5 metres. Back to Sonigan. Sonigan kicks short out to Josh Lanyon. There's options here if he's quick. Kicks it long, looking for the big ruckman, and the ball's punched out by Mitch Day. He's going all right on the ball, Mitch.
He's around he's defensive, gets defensive side, which is strange for a forward normally.
Well, he's caught out of place. He doesn't know what he's doing on the ball, one of the two. But they need to get their main players in to give themselves a shot. Up they go. Tapped down by the big fella in Everett.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, Tarkson just picks it up, puts it on the boot. Ball bounces out wide. And it's going to be thrown in.
It's just beautiful football coming through a stoppage like that, Tarkson.
Oh, I still think he's the best midfielder in the comp. Oh, him and Toman, both dominant midfielders.
Rucks will go at it. Tarkson versus Krull.
Oh, straight in the back.
Giving him a shove. I think Dill might have tried to add to it a bit. Day gets the kick out towards half-back. Great mark.
Alchemade.
He's been another one that's been absolutely fantastic for the Bombers today. Takes the mark across half-forward. This is where Tarkson's going to be at his most dangerous, although they're going to go back and try to reset. Ball doesn't quite make it, but Alchemade's going to get it back over towards Sonigan. Sonigan's going to set up, look inside in the middle. Well chopped off there by White. Ball's punched to half forward. Opportunity for the Boroughs if they can get the numbers there. Sonigan falls over. There's plenty of pressure as our mate Horton gets wrapped up pretty quickly. And we're going to have a bounce at half forward for the Boroughs.
Is it the right thing to say a little bit of show pony out there for a little bit?
Possibly.
I know they're trying to use the ball.
Possibly. Rucks go at it again. Ball's down. They're really trying to force this out, but at the moment it's just that tackle pressure from the Bombers. Goes back to Hayden Ross. He gets the kick out of the stoppage down towards half forward. Players will fly again. It gets thumped towards the wing as we're going to have another wrap up and we should see another bounce.
Croft again.
Just on half forward for the Bombers this time. Bit of kick-to-kick action.
Yep, they need a go. They don't need. It'd be nice for them to get a goal this quarter. Ball's tapped down. Here they go by hand. Drives it deep into the forward line. Players just bouncing all over the place. Not a lot happening here. Quick kick out onto the wing. And the ball's going to go out of bounds. We're going to get thrown up right on centre wing. It's going to be scrappy this quarter.
Yeah, but the fans are up and about now. They're well lubricated.
Well lubricated. I think Benny said he's been to the pub 3 times to restock the bar.
Rucks go at it again. Ball comes down to Ross. He gets a quick kick inside forward 50. Panuccio. He's got about 15 metres on his opponent for what reason, no one knows. Kicks to the top of the square. Ball bounces strangely for Tarkson, but just his attack on it. Left foot snap around the body. He's got another one. Jeez. And he's absolutely dominated this contest today.
That was a 3-1 contest. The ball hit the deck and he just worked his way through them. I mean,
he's the only one who wanted the footy. Only one who wanted the footy in that contest.
Oh, geez, a good player. I'm really surprised. And I say this, I'm glad Riddell kept him, that he hasn't tried a higher level, because he'd go really well at the next step up.
What's he got today? 3?
3 today.
3, and he's dominated around the middle. He's been the best tackler, defensive tackler on the ground.
They can't touch him when he gets the football. He's just his power through the contest.
Diggers have got another 666.
So this should be a free kick, this one.
Should be. There's been the warnings.
Yeah, the umpire hasn't. So that's a couple of warnings they've had. Up it goes. Stead versus the big ruckman, and Diggers win it down through Davis.
It's going to
kicks out wide, anyway. And here it comes out down to Lanyon again. On his right boot, looking for a target. Dylan Tarkson, the ball runs over his head. Him and Shaw.
Lucas Shaw's very, very courageous, getting in the way of Dylan Tarkson coming out.
Dylan forward. Put the brakes on a little bit, not to kill his teammate. So we're going to have a throw in. Hamish Everett, who's been quiet, but he's kicking a nice goal. Just wrestling. Guy, he's wrapped up over the head. The umpire hasn't paid anything. Croft hands it off, kicks it along to Ross. Ross just pops it up high, looking for a marking contest. The ball bounces one way, then the other. Still in play. An opportunity for a quick goal. One way, then the other. Over the shoulder, up it goes, and he's missed.
Oh, it's gone out of bounds. Oh,
glad you can see it.
That bounced straight into the behind post.
No, the umpire's paid a point.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just not sure he's...
I'm not saying anything.
I think he stopped watching before it actually hit, but anyway.
Calvaresi kicks it out wide, looking for a marking contest. The 2 big ruckmen go for it. Ball hits the deck. Barra got numbers, but it's going to be pushed out of bounds, dead right in front of the change rooms for the Riddles Creek Footy Club.
Yeah, I don't care about the ruckman thing. Let them maul each other.
Don't keep the meter rule.
It's my pet hate is when umpires pay soft free kicks to ruckmen. Let them. That's their job, is to do that. Ball comes down again. Nice follow-up. He's just dived straight into the middle of his back. I'm not sure about those ones, but the big fella there, Everett, just in the contest now. He's in the ruck now, so giving him a little bit of a blowout here in the last quarter.
Well, he's been off for a few weeks with injuries. He's give him some time to run back into it, and a new club too. So there's a lot of newbies coming his way. Kicked up high as an opportunity, looking for a marking. Dylan Tarkson hits the deck over the back. There's a goal, and that's Crofty.
Lucas Shaw.
Lucas Shaw, was it? Lucas Shaw for the Bombers.
Just again, it's the gravity there of Dylan Tarkson, right? He was in that marking contest. The entire defensive team just collapsed on him, and it just left Lucas Shaw sitting out the back by himself for an easy one. Yeah,
that's his second goal. So that's their second goal for the quarter too. So they're up for the quarter. So Riddell 87, Diggers Rest 42, and this has become a bit of a mauling now. And we wouldn't expect this from a side that's undefeated on top.
Absolutely not. And it's a lot of confidence that the Bombers are going to be able to take
watch out
this.
everyone else. Here come the Bombers.
Ball comes down. Croft's going to win this one out. Feeds the handball to Hayden Ross. He's had a heap of it too. Pops it out wide. Finds a teammate. And this is an absolute training session now.
Yep. Nick Bovenza. God, I can't get it right.
Bovenza.
Oh, they had a go at me before in the club rooms getting the names wrong, and it'll be next week too. They'll have another crack at me. And that's fine.
Bovenza is going to look for his second of the day.
It is.
Been solid for the Bombers as well, actually. They haven't had many non-contributors today, the Bombers.
Been
good. Bovenza comes in, 35 out, kick is on its way, and it is just not going to make the distance. Players will fly, and it'll be punched
very
over
close to the man on the mark there, and had to put it up high and lost the length on it. So Marcus Calvaresi going to bring the ball in as his job every day for the Diggers. Comes out this side of the ground, looking for a short hit, and it's a good hit out to Josh Wallace.
Kick comes out wide, taken out here from Wilson. He goes down towards half forward. Hickey comes through, spoils the ball, gets the ball forward. Players diving across his legs, but again, it's the Bombers just leading their opponents to the ball. Kick comes out wide towards Bovenza again. He's going to take the mark on centre wing. Bovenza's going to just settle the play down a little bit. Kick down towards half forward. He's going to look for Lucas Shaw in a one-on-one. He's being held. Umpire doesn't pay the free kick. Ball goes out of bounds and we'll have a throw in.
I think he was quite happy for it to hit the deck then. Sting's gone out of it, mate.
Yeah, well and truly now, I think.
Completely.
Boroughs are happy to put this one away and worry about the next few weeks before finals.
Mills and Davis. Croft just bulldozes his way through. Still going down the bottom of the pack. You weren't expecting it. And he's in an absolute headlock. Oscar Bazanko gets in there. White's having a go. They're all having a bit of a wrestle, and they've given a free kick to the Borough here, and that should have actually gone to Crofty because he's had his head ripped off by Schwarzenberg. But anyway,
no, it's gone to
Crofty.
It's gone to Bazanko, and that was fair enough too. But it should have gone to Croft originally.
Oh, yeah. Bazanko kicks long down, looking for a marking contest, stead in front. Ball hits the deck, put down in front. Out they come, the Borough, kicking it long into the middle of the ground. That's a good set of hands, again. Very good set of hands down there by McMahon.
It's taken a couple of nice grabs there today.
Kick short into the middle of the ground. Down there to Wallace. Kicking long, looking for Orr. Orr works him out the back. Opportunity now here through Hickey. One way down, great tackle. And the umpire's got him, and that's holding the ball, and that is just what Riddell been doing all day. Great pressure.
Yeah, just an absolutely fantastic tackle.
That's our man who I'd have given the best on ground, Jesse Horton. Him and Tarkson are going to be sharing it.
I think Horton's been a bit quieter in the second half, and Tarkson's just done the special, but he's been fantastic all day as they come out of the back half. Ball's going to hop. Taz has gone over the top and found a teammate here who goes down towards half forward. Just space everywhere. Bovenza, he goes towards Tarkson. He can't take it. Little fella, get it the hell out of Tarkson's way.
Thomas George saw Tarkson coming and he said, nah,
that's
I'm
over
not coming
the shoulder.
there.
Umpire says play on. Croft comes storming through. He's wrapped up. Oh, no,
Schwarzenberg's lost it.
He's been out after Croft the last couple. It's been silly. And now he's going to...
How have you picked that?
He should not be getting a free kick here.
To be bluntly honest with you, that was reportable.
It should not be getting a free kick here.
That was really ordinary. And if that's on video, I might have a little look at that one. Tommy Schwartzman, you're better than that, mate.
Kick down towards the wing.
If you don't think Crofty's going to square this up, you're kidding yourself.
Great mark by Krull out in front. Long handball over the top, looking for Wallace. Wallace inside forward 50, low, hard towards Orr. He can't take the mark. Lockie Tarkson again just storms through, picks the football up. Great pressure again from the big Diggers ruckman though. Feeds the ball out to McMahon. He goes over the top looking for Wallace. He's going to get a quick kick on the boot, but there's nobody home. Ball's going to roll through for a behind.
And the big ruckman Orr has gone down with cramp, as you would expect after being away for a while. Bombers bring it in looking for Ross. Ross feeds it out wide.
Taz.
Looking for Taz. Off he goes. Handball's on his left over to Crofty. Crofty's short. Looking for no one in particular. Josh Lanyon one way then the other. Comes out wide again.
Our man.
Taz again.
No,
that's Jesse Horton, wasn't it?
Our man.
Into the middle of the ground. They're running. Hayden Ross is in all sorts of strife here, but well picked up by Marcus Calvaresi. Kick short into the middle of the ground, down there to McMahon. Taken out there now by Wilson. Wilson takes off. One bounce. I'm not sure where he's going. He's going to go short into the middle of the big ruckman's dropped what he should have taken, and that was a nice little throw.
Yeah.
And they've played advantage. High ball, and that's as high as you're going to get. And two Bombers there, and they're both talking about it. And I've got it.
Jordan Theodore, just a blaze kick, kicks out wide now though. Lanyon will take the mark again. Had a bit of the footy in this last quarter. He'll square it back up. Bombers just controlling the footy to finish it off into the middle towards Ross. Ross is going to carry the ball through the middle of the ground. He'll find Stead on the lead up. Been quiet since probably halfway through the second quarter, but was really, really important early. Squares the ball up again. Croft goes into the middle. Fantastic close out there. I think that might have been Jacob Hickey, but he's hit the deck. Ball comes down again. It's all Bombers at the moment. Bazanko finds a teammate over to Ross. He fumbles. Ball, let's get just ugly now. Everyone's finished for the day.
There's Taz.
Taz goes inside forward 50, and there's nobody home. Calvarezzi will take the easy relieving mark.
So we've played nearly 20 and a half minutes and 50 metres. Yep. Can't do that, Dylan.
Yep, he's copped it. He's put the hand up and went, yep, fair enough.
Quick play on. Looking for Krull. The big fella's got it in the middle. Good lead
Nice
and good hit. And here's an opportunity for him.
Something they haven't done all day, though, right, is take that half a second extra to hit up a leading player.
So Jaden Caruana.
Been very quiet today.
Hasn't kicked a goal today. Comes in on his right. Hangs it out right. He knows how the wind blows here, but didn't allow it enough. And a point for the Borough. So that takes Diggers' Rest to 43. Riddell 88. And we'd only have a minute to go. Hasn't been that many goals this quarter. We've played nearly 22 minutes into it.
And no stoppages for injuries.
Up the middle of the ground. Panuccio. No, it's not. That's Oscar Bazanko. Bazanko kicks it out wide.
Hayden Ross.
Yeah, and Bombers just going to happy to slow this down and chew up some time now. Brady Miller's leading for in the middle. They're going down to the big ruckman. Kicks it out wide, looking for Brady Miller and puts it straight out of bounds. They have their role, ruckman.
It's almost impossible to kick the ball out the full on that side of the ground with the wind.
What are you trying to say?
That ruckmen have their role.
Well, ruckman can do the impossible. Oh, good mark. Well done down there by Lockie Tarkson, who's been tireless in defence in his second effort again. And a big barrel. That's got some distance on it. Ball hits the deck. Three Diggers players tap it down. Working really hard is White. White handballs out wide. Kicks it down to the centre, and that's a good grab down there by Jordan Theodore. Theodore hands over to the big ruckman, who we say have their roles. Popped up wide, and that's a great set of hands. The Bombers have been absolutely really great in defence. Big opportunity for a switch out here, and I can see it.
Again. Jesse Horton.
Oh, he's come to the middle. He's played a bit of a risky one then, but it's come out down to Taz. Taz kicks it out wide. Looking for, is that Ross, is it?
Yeah, it is.
And they're just playing with them now. Out to Reardon in the middle of the ground. Reardon's tapping over, and Diggers have absolutely put the towel in the rack. They're done.
Except this bloke.
Tarkson hands it over, looking down for Lanyon. Lanyon out wide. Here's an opportunity if they can just pick it up clearly. Nice little short one into the thing, and he turns around and kicks a point. Tried to con him.
But it was
Lucas Shaw. I think Diggers will be very happy to see the siren go and end this pain.
Yeah, they've been outplayed today.
Yep.
It's pretty simple.
First loss for the year. Still 2 games clear on top.
Ball goes long towards the wing. Reardon's just going to sit under it, pick it off.
There it is.
He's going to kick inside 50. The siren's going to go. And we have a comprehensive victory here for the Bombers.
89-44. And goal kickers, let's quickly go through them before we touch on best players. For the winners, the Bombers, Riddell. Matt Panuccio's got 1. Dylan Tarkson, 3 goals and a really good effort up forward. Trent Stead's got 2. Oscar Bazanko with 1. Hamish Everett with 1. Lucas Shaw's got 2. Nathan Croft 1. And Nick Bovavenza, well, I think that's right. Baveza. Oh, God, I get that wrong every time. He's got 1. Then we shoot over to the Borough. Mark Hall's got 2 goals. Mitch Day's got 2. Tommy Schwarzenberg, who had the grumpy pills on in the last quarter with Crofty and Oscar Bazanko, let's be honest. Matty Krall with 1. Had a very quiet day, Matty. So they're the goal kickers. I'll let you do the best players, mate. You're the expert.
Oh, look, I think by the time the game finished off, I'm going to say Dylan Tarkson was the standout player on the ground for both sides.
Yep.
So he played in the midfield all day. His tackle pressure, defensive pressure was fantastic.
I think the top best first 5 players and best on grounds are all Riddell players.
Yeah, it'd be pretty
you go through them all. Jesse Horton was brilliant.
Yep.
He did really, really well. I liked young Tarkson in defence too. He was outnumbered, big bodies all day and did really well. Let's keep us going
Josh
through them.
Josh Lanyon had it.
Trent Stead was really good. Panuccio had his moment. Sonigan, for a guy who was dead and to be resurrected. I was going to say it was the final score was Riddell 12-18-86 to Diggers Rest 6-7-43, and what's a comprehensive win to the Bombers.
But look, Riddell was certainly, they had the best players on. Oh, hold on, it might be a change in the score here. So it's 12-17 to 6-44, I think it was. So it's 44-85 in the end. So still a 41-point win, doesn't matter.
So we're right next to the scoreboard and we actually can't see it. So we're trying to keep scoring ourselves. Best players for the Borough?
They didn't have their best day, did they? So no. Calvarezzi was probably up there with their best player on the ground. I think Josh Wallace again had a pretty solid second half. We didn't see Costigan after the incident in the first
their
corner.
Big players were
we didn't see Taylor Hine.
Taylor Hine
no,
was
he didn't play. He basically after 3/4 time. Taylor Hine.
Take Hine, take Mitchy Day. He kicked 2 goals and he started off the house on fire because he kicked the first goal for the day. Tommy Schwarzenberg, he tried really hard. Flower, I thought, had a bit of the
Flower was okay. I thought Benny McMahon was okay.
Crowley did nothing until he went into the ruck and then gave him some options.
Yep.
Look, there's still 2 games clear on top. They've lost a game of footy. It's not the end of the world for them. They'll regroup. I'm not sure who they got next week.
But, there's no doubt they'll regroup from that. But they were comprehensively outplayed.
So they've got the Rams next week.
Yeah. Well, look, it gives a couple of these guys. I don't think we're going to see Costigan. I don't think we'll see Hine next week.
They'll rest a few.
They'll rest a few next week
but
coming in.
The week after, they got Romsey. And I haven't seen the scores so far whether Romsey got home today. But it'd be interesting if Romsey get up. And Romsey will need to win that. And after seeing this one, they're going to give themselves a chance.
Yeah, it'll be an interesting contest for them. Well, Romsey's at this stage they're 11 points up on Wood End.
Well, that's a real big kick in the bum to Wood End. I'll give you them all.
And it's a big kick in the bum to Macedon, who's at the moment 31 points up over Central. So they would have expected that Romsey would drop to Wood End. So.
Yep. All right, mate. Well, I think we might call that a day. Thank you very much, and we'll see everyone next week. We've got Romsey and Macedon over at Romsey.
I'll see you in the second half of that one, I think.
Yeah, so Tony will be back, suntan and a bit of food poisoning from Thailand, and then you've got the night grand final.
And then we've got the women's night grand final. I'm looking forward to checking out some of the RDFL women's footy.
Well, thanks very much to the cameramen and people. They're all decked down to 1. So, Cam, thanks very much, mate, and we'll all see you all next week. Thank you.